In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
This is more than just a lineup. It's a daily ritual for the die-hard Michigan sports fans. At 6 a.m., Anthony Bellino wakes up the state with Spin on Sports.
I do not believe it.
At 9, the Ben Bosscher Show is appointment listening hosted here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
I would like to buy some Casey Mize stock.
America's Best takes over at noon. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes?
And at 3, Bill Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt for the most passionate fans in Michigan.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was gonna have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Michigan for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Michigan. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
From the Blazy Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that.
Hello. We made it. It's football season, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's in action tonight. We've got Thursday night football, NBC, Eagles, Cowboys.
Wow.
We're back. Oh, it feels good to be back. Welcome in. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mid. If you can't tell, we are pumped up for our first ever Thursday show here on the Ben Bosscher Show, where there is a Thursday night football game. There's NFL ball back on tonight. I know you're excited. I'm excited. I'm going to keep pounding my fists together like that because I'm so excited. Kyle, we made it, man. Again, Ben Bosscher here with you as always. Kyle Sandel behind the glass today. Man, we got our NFL spread picks coming up in the 11 o'clock hour. John Vaccari's going to join us here on the show. We're bringing that tradition back over from the payoff here to the Ben Bosscher Show. We're just a few days away from Detroit Lions football, Kyle. We're back. I get it. college football, that's some people's preferred method of watching football, Saturdays over Sundays. Not here. Not with me, not with you. We're Sunday guys. We're NFL people. The fact that this is back in our lives, it could have been Panthers versus Saints tonight, and I would have been thrilled to sit down at 8:30 and watch it for 3 hours. But we actually have what might be a halfway decent game, despite it being...
Do we?
Despite it being the biggest spread of the entire weekend.
I was going to say, I mean, like, there's a chance that this is a Panthers-Saints type game as far as the score being lopsided.
I don't know. 8.5 seems like a lot, doesn't it?
It does seem like a lot. I'll give you that. Yeah, man, I'm just so happy to be here. Like, even all week, a week ago, college football starts, and you're like, man, this is awesome and everything, but once the NFL hits, it's going to be different, and you kind of just talk about it, but once it's actually here, like it's tonight, it's the no sweaty is available. Like, man, I'm so happy that Thursday Night Football is back. I'm very excited.
All right, we're going to kick things off with the Detroit Lions conversation. Again, we got a lot of good stuff coming up the rest of the show as well. We'll get into the Tigers' win yesterday as well, and the fact that they avoided a pretty major scare. But I do want to talk about this Detroit Lions game, specifically the matchup with the Packers. I'm not even talking about the X's and O's standpoint of this. I'm talking about the Lions' arch nemesis, the Green Bay Packers. Because now that it's officially football season, and now that it's not the weekend, but it's game week, and we're getting injury reports, and it feels real, like it's right there for the taking this week one, I'm going back into the mode of, well, let me just say this first. I'm going to put Radio Ben aside. And this is Ben coming out as the Lions fan right now. FTP. I can't stand these guys, Kyle. I despise every single thing about this Packers organization. I hate the players. I hate the coach. I hate their fans. I hate the cheese. I hate Lambeau. I hate all of it. And it feels so good to have that sort of sports hatred back. Because, you know, the Tigers don't really have an arch nemesis. I don't like Cleveland. Like, they're probably the team I dislike the most. But it's nothing compared to the Green Bay Packers. The Pistons and Knicks had a nice little rivalry going in the playoffs. They've kind of developed it. Like, I'm excited for that to continue. But they're nothing like the Green Bay Packers. I despise these guys. And I know for a fact that the Lions despise them as much as I do. There is so much hostility between these two franchises. And I think there's more hatred towards the Packers than there is towards the Lions because there's a little bit of a big brother, little brother situation going on the past couple of years. From 2000 to 2021, Green Bay owned a 32-11 record against the Lions. They completely owned them. Then Dan Campbell and Kirby Joseph and Jared Goff kick Aaron Rodgers out the door at the end of the 2022 season. And since that win, they're 6-1 versus Green Bay. They've owned them for 3 years. We've got Amon-Ra St. Brown walking into an opposing team stadium with a shirt that says, Green Bay sucks. Like, I think we look past how disrespectful that is. He showed up wearing a sweatshirt that says, this place sucks, then proceeded to stand on his head in the end zone in the same game. We've got Kirby Joseph actually saying the FTP words after a game in a press conference, pretending not to know who Tucker Kraft is after a reporter asking about him. Who? Mac and Cheese? We've got Quay Walker, not one, not two, but 3 different personal fouls the last few years against this Detroit Lions team, including him shoving a trainer. We've got Brian Branch double burning the entire nation of Green Bay Packers. I can't stand these guys. It's by far the Lions' best rivalry. Forget the Packers and the Bears. That's no fun anymore. I know they've played for 150 years. This is the best rivalry in the NFC. These two teams hate each other. The Packers have everything to prove because right now it feels like they can't beat the Detroit Lions. And that's why I've been so confident that the Lions are going to start the season 1-0. They don't lose in Green Bay anymore. They show up with the mentality of we have to shut these guys down. Kirby Joseph said after one of the games 2 years ago, said, if you don't show up ready to play us, you're getting your ass whooped. That's what happens. That's what happens when the Packers show up to play the Lions. They treat it like just another game, and the Lions, you know, despite all these guys not really being around prior to 2020, they take this game so personally where I don't think the Packers view it as a rivalry the same way that all the guys in the Lions organization do. They hate them. They hate the Packers just as much as the fans do. We've got fans clapping in Matt LaFleur's face in Ford Field right before kickoff after the anthem. RIP that fan because he's banned from Ford Field. You did the right thing. I don't know this guy's name. I don't know the guy's name that clapped in the face of Matt LaFleur, but I know he got banned from Ford Field. Man, you did the right thing. Get inside that guy's head because, it certainly rattled him right before kickoff. This is such an exciting rivalry. I cannot wait for it to happen. And now Radio Ben is back. But one more thing from Ben, the fan of the Lions. FTP, man, I'm rocking it the rest of the weekend. I hate these guys.
Yeah, I mean, what a point brought up about the Green Bay Sucks hoodie from St. Brown. I mean, think about how that could have backfired. You know, if the Packers win that game, and it's just like that could have backfired so negatively in his face, but they knew they were going to win. So, yeah, like that, you're right. That does kind of get blown under the radar as far as us talking about that because of how funny it was. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like when you compare it to all the other big rivalries in the NFC as far as, like, legacy rivalries go, Packers, Bears, Eagles, Cowboys, none of those necessarily feel like they're this major rivalry in the year of 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even tonight, this game, Eagles-Cowboys, like, how did the Cowboys compete? You know, it's just that these rivalries are going to be so one-sided as far as the talent on the field. And despite the Lions, owning the Packers the last 3 seasons, the Packers are favored against Detroit. So the talent on the field is very at a similar standpoint. I think the hatred from the players is the big part because a lot of the times these rivalries are inspired by the fan bases rather than the actual coaches and players, whereas this one really feels like it is an on-field rivalry turned into a fan bases hating each other, which, I mean, obviously Lions have always hated the Packers. That's been a thing forever, but the fact that the players themselves embrace it, I think just adds it to it 1,000%. So I can't wait. I think this is going to be a chippy game, of course. Lions have loved playing in Lambeau. Dan Campbell talked about it in his press conference earlier this week, like how much he loves Lambeau Field. It's an awesome facility. I don't disagree. I think everyone loves Lambeau Field, especially when you're winning there.
The thing with NFL rivalries in 2025 is they're mostly quarterback-based, like Josh Allen versus Mahomes. These guys don't actually hate each other. I mean, there might be a little petty rivalry going on.
Yeah, there's just a rivalry there because they play in the playoffs every season, yeah.
And maybe they don't like each other, but they're not coming out and, like, dogging the other person. Right. Sometimes you get it with coaches like McVay, Shanahan, always a great game because 2 masterminds going at it. I think these are the only 2 teams, at least in the NFC, that actually the players despise each other on the field. You've got Tucker Kraft accusing Kirby Joseph of being a dirty player. You've got Kirby Joseph talking smack to Tucker Kraft in the tunnel saying, I thought you wanted this smoke, come get it. And then Tucker Kraft walking away like a little baby in the tunnel, not wanting any of the smoke. I can't wait for Sunday's game. And I was just curious if anyone else hates the Packers the way that I do. I know there's people out there, but here's, I guess, my question. Here's a better question for the people. Is there any team that you despise more for the Detroit sports than the Green Bay Packers? Because I think this is by far the best rivalry that any team in Detroit has right now. Again, Pistons, Knicks, that deserves like some sort of nod for what happened last year in the playoffs. And that is what this rivalry lacks. There's not a ton of playoff matchups between these two in recent years, but man, oh man, has there been some intense games. We had keeping Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs. We had last season going for it on 4th and inches when the game was tied and you could have just kicked a field goal with 30 seconds left. Nope, we've got confidence that we're going to run it down your throat and pick up the first down and expire time. We've got the Packers spoiling at Thanksgiving a couple years back. We've got David Montgomery running for a gajillion yards Thursday Night Football a few years ago in Lambeau. This has just been such an incredible rivalry if you're a fan of the Detroit Lions because you've been on the right side of it for 3 years now. So I'm just curious if there's a team that you despise more than the Green Bay Packers heading into football weekend, now that it is officially NFL season with Thursday Night Football starting tonight. 989-837-6125. Let us know what you think. You can drop a comment in the YouTube chat as well. Hey, speaking of the YouTube chat, 390 subscribers. I mean, come on. We need 10 more before the end of the show tomorrow to hit our goal. We want 400 by the end of tomorrow's show, so 24 hours just about. You can be one of the subscribers right now, trying to get to 400, like I said, so it only takes a second. We'd appreciate it a lot here at 100.9 The Minute. We have a super fun show planned out for you. Again, spread pick, something I've been looking forward to all week. 11 o'clock hour. We've got more Tigers conversations to get to. We'll get to that next. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Are you new to investing and not sure where to begin? Start by looking for a financial advisor who will offer you a strategy personalized for you and your family. One who will be there as your life and financial situation changes. I'm Kevin Spencer, your Midland Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We use an established process to create personalized financial strategies backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track.
Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Jim Mahoney with Link Technologies. If you are a business or a nonprofit organization wondering how to navigate today's technologies landscape, let Link Technologies' talented staff work with you to develop a technology plan custom to your specific needs. We bring 27 years of experience helping businesses and nonprofit organizations just like yours achieve their technology goals. Contact us today and see how the right balance between cloud and on-premise resources can best work for you.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
At the Great Lakes Loons, our commitment to community goes beyond the ballpark. Through the Volunteer program, Loon staff and even players roll up their sleeves to serve the Great Lakes Bay region. From packing food boxes to reading in classrooms and even cleaning up local camps and parks, it's hands-on work that helps build a stronger, more connected community. Volunteer isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Because being part of this region means showing up when it counts. The Great Lakes Loons, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 2007.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions are going to be worse this season, but still go 12-5 and win the NFC North. I think the Minnesota Vikings are the biggest threat to steal the NFC North from the Detroit Lions. I think we got to taper back our expectations for Bryce Underwood, with him being an 18-year-old freshman and all. I think the lack of aggression from Scott Harris at the MLB trade deadline is going to haunt the Tigers for years to come. And I think you should listen to the Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair, if you agree or disagree with anything I just said.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Michigan needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
(989-837-6125). Is there a better rivalry in Detroit sports or even the NFL right now when it comes to two teams that hate each other like the Packers and the Lions do? Kyle, I struggle to think of one. Maybe there's some like Bills, Chiefs stuff like that just has some built-up animosity, but I'm not actually sure if the players hate each other.
Yeah, I think Bills Chiefs, like you said, is a better rivalry just for the fact of they play in the playoffs every single season. So I do think I have to give it to that, but I do understand your point of the true roots of a rivalry comes down to the hatred of the other team, of the opposing team, which I think totally is fair. I still think a lot of them AFC North rivalries are just really good. Like Steelers-Ravens, I mean, there's a clear – I don't know if it's just the way they play football. It's just always low scoring in those type of games. Go at it. So I think the Steelers-Ravens, Steelers-Bengals a couple years ago as well when Juju was still on the Steelers. Vontaze Burfict always made things really difficult rivalry-wise. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, like you don't really have a lot of hateable figures. I think that's kind of where rivalries – brewed from in the past, like a Tom Brady type of player who was an elite trash talker and also just an elite player, made it easy for a rivalry between him and the Jets, for instance. So Right now, as far as it goes in the NFC, yeah, I think Lions-Packers is one of the better ones. And in the city of Detroit, I think Tigers-Guardians deserve some love, right? Just for what happened last year in the playoffs. It'd be different if the Guardians were better this year and competing for the Tigers with the Tigers for the division. So I think that deserves a little bit of love. But Lions-Packers takes the cake.
989-837-6125. Curious to what you guys think. You guys can let us know by texting in. In the meantime, I do want to touch on the Tigers game from yesterday because, man, we avoided one of the biggest scares of the season. In the 7th inning, Kyle Finnegan's warming up. I guess he was warming up in the 6th. He's warming up. They go to commercial. They come back, and Jason Mitt, like, Kyle Finnegan ran to the dugout and then went back into the clubhouse. We have no idea what happened. They show the replay, and he throws a warm-up pitch and just kind of stops, hunches over, and Kyle, I'm sitting there like, the season's over. This is done. If Kyle Finnegan is actually injured right now and something's wrong with his elbow or his arm, there's absolutely no way the Tigers are winning a playoff series because Finnegan's, as you know, been amazing since he's been with Detroit. 3-0 with 4 saves, still has not allowed a single run in his 12 outings. He would have been actually hurt. I would have thrown in the towel on the season and been like, well, that was fun. No way they can survive a playoff series without him. Fortunately, it's just like a little bit of a groin injury. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too big of a deal. Tweaked it during warmups. I don't know if he's hitting IL. I don't think anybody knows yet. But hopefully they can just get that worked out and he's going to be back. Thank God it wasn't anything wrong with his arm. Do you think it's an overstatement to say that if he would have actually been done, the Tiger season would have been done? Are they that dependent on Finnegan and or Vest? Because I would have thrown both of those guys into the conversation. You lose one of them, you're probably screwed.
I think if you lose Vest, you still feel good because you had Finnegan. Whereas if you lose Finnegan, you're like, yeah, I think it's over. As much as Vest has been really good, Finnegan has been more than really good. He has been extremely good, like flawless essentially. So yeah, that immediately every Tigers fan's heart dropped as soon as that happened in yesterday's game. Like you said, thankfully it's nothing with the arm. Hopefully it's just going to be something where he misses a couple games, doesn't even have to take an IL stint. But yeah, I agree. I think that if Kyle Finnegan went down, he's one of the few players on this Tigers roster that the season's over. With the current state of the pitching staff, losing your back-end guy that really has been nails ever since putting on a Tigers uniform would be detrimental to their season.
How many guys like that are on the team? Because Finnegan comes to mind. Obviously, Skubal, if he goes down, it's probably just over. Is Riley in that conversation too? I think he is.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if any of the Tigers' bats would qualify for this as far as if they went down, the season is over. Because they're not ultra dependent on Riley Green to have a good game every game. Whereas a New York Yankees losing Aaron Judge, their season is probably over, you know? And baseball is just obviously a weird sport where other guys can just step up offensively. And the Tigers were still winning games and Riley Green was in his major slump as well. I think that kind of plays into this as well.
Well, wasn't the Tigers losing streak during Riley Green's major slump?
It was in the middle of it, but Green's slump was much longer than the Tigers' slump was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think Riley Green actually is in there. You lose Riley Green, who's your best chance to home run on any given night, not necessarily the most power, but the most consistent power on the team, other than Spencer Torkelson probably gets and Kerry Carpenter. Yeah, they have the most power, but you see Riley Green's power more than you see those other two guys. Glaber seems like he might be in that conversation, and Spencer. They're kind of in that second tier just because they're everyday players. You expect them to produce. They don't really go into slumps all that often. You can trust them against good hitters. They've got the power.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that I understand. Yeah, if one of those guys went down, you're definitely not feeling great. You're like, man, their chances of doing anything in the playoffs now are really slim. But I don't think it's to the point where they just have no chance losing Glaber Torres or Torkelson. You know, I think that you still feel it'd be different if multiple guys go down, but just losing one of them I don't think the season is over by any means.
I do kind of feel that way about Riley, though. I feel that way about Riley. Am I wrong?
No, I think that's fair. I mean, the leader in nearly every hitting statistical stat on the team. I think that's fair. Be a lot less Ks, though, in the lineup, you know?
Be a lot less home runs too. Look, I'm just thankful that that Finnegan ended up being all right because man, there was like, I don't know, 15 minutes there before we found out it was a groin injury where I was panicked, like really panicked. Like I think I texted you like, thank God, like please, like for the love of God, let Kyle Finnegan be okay. Thankfully, it seems like he is. We don't really have a report on what's going on, but it was like a groin. It wasn't a pull. But just like a groin tweak, basically.
Soreness or tightness, it sounded like, yeah.
Yeah, so it feels like he's going to be all good to go. They end up, winning the game. I think maybe we buried the lead there. They win the game thanks to a Kerry Carpenter 3-run shot in the 7th inning, just absolutely nukes it to right field. And they end up avoiding the sweep. Lock of the day hits. Casey Mize, actually a pretty good outing yesterday. Gave up a couple earned runs, but you'll take that from Casey. We're still waiting for the third game of the year where he doesn't give up a single run. But hey, if he keeps it to below 3, if he keeps it to 2 runs or 1 run given up, you'll take that and just kind of have to bank on the Tigers offense coming through, which they have over the past month. So feel good win. You avoid the sweep. Now it's time to take on Chicago this weekend.
Can't wait. It's a good series. Hopefully a little bit of a get back just to gain some more momentum in the American League and maybe try to get that 1 seed. I still don't know what I prefer as far as the Tigers being the 1 or 2 seed as far as a second-round matchup goes, but still just got to secure up that bye spot.
989-837-6125. Few people chiming in on the rivalry aspect of this. I got a texter that says, I'm originally from Wisconsin, but now I live in mid-Michigan. See where this is going. The Lions treat the games against the Packers as their Super Bowl because it's the closest they have ever been to one. It's just another game for the Packers, and I'm sure that makes Dan Campbell cry a little more. Can't wait for the Lions to go back to the basement of the NFC. Only a few months until January, and it's back to we'll get them next year. Wow.
It's good stuff, man. This is the stuff that makes rivalries good, The opposing fan base chiming in on it. This is what makes rivalries good, so I'm here for this.
See, he's kind of proving my point, though, this texter of, like, it's just another game for the Packers. It's not another game for the Lions. I don't know if I call it their Super Bowl. I think they have goals of going to the Super Bowl this year, obviously. But they do get up for this game more so than any other regular season game. They get up for the primetime stuff, man. They get up for the big ones. Like, there's a reason Dan Campbell has this ridiculous record on primetime games. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. But do you remember that last season?
Yeah.
It was like they don't lose these they didn't really lose any games last year, but the last 2 seasons in general, they just get up for the big ones. And it's specifically with this Packers team. They refuse to lose to them, and that's part of the reason I think this is the best rivalry in the NFC. Another one says, I'd say Cowboys 49ers is pretty close, but it's not better than Detroit and Green Bay. If you would have put me in a time machine 30 years back, that's the best rivalry in the NFC because for an entire decade, these were the 2 best teams, and there was a gap between those 2 and everybody else in the 90s. But I don't know. Is that still like an arch nemesis rival? I don't know.
No, it's not. I would say Niners-Rams is definitely like the rivalry of the NFC West.
Yeah, because you get the 2 coaches.
Yeah, and they all they play each other good. It's always a good game between those 2. Like that is a pretty good rivalry for sure.
But it's not Packers-Lions.
But Kittle did wear Kittle wore that shirt. Remember the F the Cowboys shirt? Isn't that what it said underneath his jersey last year?
No, I don't remember this.
Yeah, it either said F the Cowboys or it said the Cowboys suck. No, it definitely said F the Cowboys because he got fined for it. Wore it under his jersey during the game. Like, pretty good stuff. Like that I think it's like the Amon-Ra thing.
Walking off a bus into a city and saying, blank city sucks, that's about as disrespectful as it gets. And they stood on their business that day too, man. If I was a Packers fan, like this person texted in, it's just another game. After that, I see someone get off the bus like that, it's no longer just another game,
No.
And they couldn't stand on their business.
But the Packers are more focused on the rivalry that they dominate in the Bears, which, sure, I guess if you win it every year, then I'd be more focused on it too, but whatever.
989-837-6125. We'll hit the news when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on a football Thursday here in the Great Lakes Bay region on 100.9 The Mitt. Hey, if you got some weekend plans, there's not a lot of great games at noon. Really, the best games are at night this weekend. Michigan State both kicking off past 7 o'clock. You may as well go tee up at Sandy Ridge, Midland's hidden gem where every round feels like a little bit of a getaway. Now featuring a brand new clubhouse, part lounge, part hangout, all class. Perfect for cooling down or talking smack after 18. Smooth greens, scenic fairways, and enough birdies to make your buddies jealous. Whether you're a weekend warrior or just there for the vibes, Sandy Ridge brings the game and the chill. Book a tee time or plan your outing, or just stop by and pretend you know how to read a green. I'm getting better at reading the greens, Kyle. Couple whiffs once in a while, but I feel like I'm getting better at it. Sandy Ridge Golf Course, hidden gem that's just way too good of a secret to stay hidden. You guys can book a tee time right now online. We went there earlier this week. Every time I go now, Kyle, it feels like we're getting a new, I mean, the score's nothing to brag about, but as long as it keeps going down every single time you go.
Not much more time to play in the season, though. It's tough. You got to find some time to break that PR again.
Here's the real question. You think I can break 100 this season?
Probably not.
Or is that a next year thing?
I think it's next year thing, yeah.
Okay. At least you're honest with me. That's what I appreciate. 989-837-6125. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Yesterday afternoon, the Loons evened up their 6-game series with Lake County with an 11-5 victory, and the offense got going early. A 5-piece in the first inning for Great Lakes that got started with this Eduardo Quintero homer.
1-0. Quintero swings, hammered in the air to deep left, no doubt, bomb! A 2-run homer for Eduardo Quintero. And Great Lakes jumps out to a 3-0 lead here in the first.
Jay Geloff also went deep in the first inning as a part of that 5-score first. Lake County would tie things up in the 5th inning at 5 apiece, but Great Lakes would have a little deja vu in the 7th inning, adding 5 more runs, and would take it all the way to win at 11-5. Loons back to a half game back behind Lake County. Got to win 3 of 4 with the captains to advance to the postseason. They'll look to keep the momentum riding tonight with a first pitch at 6:35. Pregame coverage at 6:20 right here on The Mitt.
Ugh, the outside of my house needs a total makeover. The siding is faded, the gutters are falling off, and the roof is leaking.
What is that falling from the sky?
Super Bresky!
Who are you?
Super Bresky!
Excuse me?
I'm here to tell you, Bresky Siding and Building Repair can fix your house in no time. All you have to do is call my dad, and your house will look as good as new.
Call me, Derek Bresky, at Bresky Siding and Building Repair today.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the local job market. We're here in person. And we're locally owned, so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at Spherion.com to find your local Spherion office. Let's get to work.
Is your business protected, connected, and running at full speed? At IronStack Technology, they provide rock-solid IT solutions, cybersecurity, and support tailored for small and mid-sized businesses. From managed services to cloud migration and 24/7 monitoring, they've got your back so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Visit IronStackTechnology.com today and build your IT on a foundation of strength. IronStack Technology, IT that works as hard as you do.
A beautiful yard increases both the value of your home and the quality of your life. Commercially, landscaping creates a positive impression of your professionalism and commitment to community, customers, and employees. Cervinsky Sod has been creating and maintaining outdoor spaces for 56 years. Whether your project is residential or commercial, the team at Cervinsky Sod Services will work with you to build and meet budgets and finish the job with top quality and in a timely manner. To get a quote, call 989-835-4810 or visit CervinskySodService.com.
For 100 years, Forward Energy has been more than just a home heat and fuel provider. We've been a part of your community, and you've been a part of our family through every storm, every season, and every moment. We've been right here, keeping you warm and safe. As your hometown energy provider, we deliver more than just propane. We deliver peace of mind with reliable service, quality you can count on, and a commitment to always being there when you need us most. Forward Energy, 100 years strong, fueled by family, powered by community.
From Midland to Bay City, Saginaw to Sanford, From Frankenmuth, Freeland, and Hemlock to Auburn, Essexville, and Pinconning, 100.9 The Mitt is the heartbeat of the Great Lakes Bay region and proud of it. We're your home for local sports, local stories, and local pride. Whether you're in Birch Run, Beaverton, Gladwin, Chesaning, or Coleman, football, basketball, hockey, Spartans, NFL, Loons, all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
989-837-6125. Kyle, take it away. It's time to hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
Okay, let's get right back into the news, Ben. We got some news with the 2 football teams that are going at it tonight. Of course, the Cowboys and the Eagles kicking off the 2025 NFL season. And we got a report from Adam Schefter this morning, our boy. Says that one team that made a strong play to try and trade for Micah Parsons, who is now a Green Bay Packer, was none other than the Philadelphia Eagles, per league sources. The Eagles called the Cowboys to see if they could acquire Parsons during all the drama that was going on over the last month or so and bring him in, but the Cowboys had no interest in trading Parsons in the division. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. There's no way, like, these trades just don't happen within the division. But, man, if
these trades just don't happen in general, honestly.
That's a good point. If Micah Parsons would have ended up on the Eagles, I think I would have just quit this season. Throw in the towel. It's over. The Eagles going back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, that just would have been detrimental to everyone involved in the NFL. So, shout out to Jerry Jones for not making that move. First shout-out ever to Jerry Jones. More NFC East news. The Koch family to buy some stake in the New York Giants football team at a $10 billion valuation, which would surpass the North American professional record of $6.05 billion that the Josh Harris Group paid to buy the Washington Commanders in 2023. The family already owns a share of the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Liberty, so a little bit of ownership difference going on here in the state of New York, or New Jersey, you could say.
All right.
Okay.
I don't have anything on that.
More NFL news. Wide receiver Juwan Jennings of the San Francisco 49ers gets a little bit of a bump in his salary. He obviously requested a trade a couple weeks back, maybe a month ago at this point, because he wanted a new deal. Doesn't get an extension, but he does get a $3 million added to his current contract in incentives, so he can now earn up to $10.5 million, and Jennings is expected to play now for San Francisco.
One of the more underrated receivers in the league, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe could pop off this season. Who knows? I'm so, like, halfway in, halfway out on this Niners team. I just, you could tell me anything happens with them, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they have quite the terrible season like they had last year, but I don't know how much improved they're going to be either, so we'll see. More wide receiver news in the NFL. Jacoby Myers, who requested a trade about a week ago at this point, is unsure how contract talks with the Raiders will play out, but it kind of seems like he's just going to suit up for Las Vegas at this point.
Good. Draft him in fantasy, so hopefully he does. Look, I think he's one of the more underrated receivers in the NFL. Speaking of, I know I just said that twice, but he's probably the closest thing there is to a St. Brown. And I don't mean that any disrespect towards St. Brown, because he's just like levels above in terms of how much damage he can do from the slot. But Jacoby Myers, I mean, he's never really had the QB. Whether or not he has the QB now is up for debate with Geno. I like Geno
Probably the best
Smith.
he's had.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad he's suiting up. It sucks when players just, like, don't play.
And I also just think this is the best situation for him production-wise. So I'm happy that he's going to suit up for the Raiders. Hopefully that's the case. Tennis news. We've been keeping up with the U.S. Open all week. Jannik Sinner on the men's side dominates in the quarterfinals to advance to the U.S. Open semis, which are going to be tomorrow on the men's side. And then yesterday, Naomi Osaka, we've been keeping tight track of her this week because Ben's got her to win on the women's side. She wins as well in the quarterfinals, so she'll be taking on American Amanda Anisimova in the semifinals.
I don't like the Americans this time around.
No, it's all Osaka.
All in on the Osaka.
What do you say? Now she's plus 280 to win. You got her at plus 500 originally.
I got her at plus 500. That was the lock of the day on Wednesday? Tuesday.
Yeah, man, that would be
huge.
That'd be really big for the program there at that hit. It'd take it from 20 units down to 15. Anyways.
No
NBA,
comment.
Yeah, I was just kind of waiting for a reaction there.
No comment.
NBA news coming here. We talked about how the NBA is going to have a new All-Star Game format this season, and it's going to be a little bit different than most people expected. They're going to try to copy what hockey did with a U.S. versus the world type of format, which is fun. But we said, look, there's more U.S. All-Stars than World All-Stars, so how's this going to work? Well, they announced that they're going to have 2 U.S. teams and 1 world team. So 3 teams total, each team going to have 8 players on it, so 24 All-Stars like they traditionally do, in a round-robin style tournament. How are we feeling about this? First impressions?
Pretty hard for Cade to make an All-Star team now, right? Like, you used to have, how many roster
No, it's
spots
more
were there?
likely now than he would then, or than he would, like, originally, I would say.
No, because if there's...
Well, because when they first said it was going to be U.S. versus the world, it was like 12 and 12.
Yeah.
Now at least they're getting 16 rather than 12.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Look, whatever. I don't really care. We can sit here and debate, like, how do we get these NBA players to try? Odds are they won't. If this is going to, like, I don't know, try something different because it's been terrible the last few years. So I'm down for change. I'm down for experimental stuff. Adam Silver's always been good at it.
Yeah, he has. He's down to experiment with the All-Star Game. And I think it's one of those things that, look, the All-Star Game sucks anyways, so you might as well try whatever you can that's different to see what happens. Like, I've always been a fan of trying different things there. Baseball news, a couple different injuries here, starting off with the Boston Red Sox. Their star rookie, Roman Anthony, gets placed on the injured list with an oblique strain, and manager Alex Cora says there's no timetable for Anthony's return, but players are typically sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks with this type of oblique issue, which obviously is going to be crucial for Boston, likely meaning that Anthony will miss the remainder of the regular season. We'll see if he can come back for postseason play, but yeah, a major hit to the Red Sox, who are currently in a wild card spot.
Yeah, as a baseball fan, obviously that sucks. As a Tigers fan, Boston losing their best player, not necessarily the worst thing, but that is just someone who hit the ground running, batting just about 300 as a rookie this season. What he got called up in, I don't know, halfway through the summer?
Yeah,
something
like June,
that.
I think.
That's the McGonagall route we're hoping for, right? Year 1, he's just hits the ground running. You know, it would have been nice to get him up here while he's like the best player in minor league baseball, just while
Next
he's
year,
hot. But
let's get him out to AAA before we even assume he's going to be up at the start of the year next year.
Yeah, let's cool him down in the offseason before, for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Red Sox currently tied with the Yankees atop the top wild card spot, which isn't going to matter because they're probably just going to play against each other anyways in the first round of the playoffs. Last thing here, flipping it to some more injury news in baseball. With obviously, we got to keep up with the Dodgers here at Dow Diamond. Shohei Ohtani supposed to pitch last night. He was scratched from his start with an illness, and then the guy who was going to catch for him, Will Smith, he exits with a right hand injury early in the game, so a tough day injury-wise for the Dodgers. Dalton Rushing came in to replace Will Smith, but no timetable as far as what his actual injury is on that right hand right now, but that would obviously be a major blow to the Dodgers, who have dealt with a ton of injuries all season long, mainly on the pitching side, but losing Will Smith would be a big hurt.
So unlucky that Dodgers team is, you know? Nothing ever goes their way.
Is that sarcasm?
No. No sarcasm on this show.
Right. We'll save the rest for later.
989-837-6125. So Football Thursday here in the Great Lakes Bay region. We still got a lot of good stuff coming up. Spread picks. I feel like I've teased that maybe one too many times at this point. That's totally okay. It's in the 11 o'clock hour. The Lions' weak point. We have to address that. That's when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This month's recipient is Addison Thormeyer from Farwell High School. With a 3.7 GPA, Addison is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
Hey sports fans, heading up north? Whether you're gearing up for the big game, hosting friends, or winding down after a long day, Hops and Schnapps is your ultimate beverage destination. With one of the largest selections of beer, wine, and spirits in Michigan, featuring over 1,000 options from around the globe, we're your beverage experts. Plus, our friendly team is here to help you find the perfect pick. Visit us in Standish, Grayling, and Gaylord today. Hops and Schnapps, raise your glass, raise your spirits.
Now, wait a second, Sharon. So the Midland Area Community Foundation runs the Midland Area Santa House?
You bet we do.
And Midland Area River Days?
Absolutely.
Plus scholarships for students and grants for local nonprofits? That's like hitting the cycle and impacting our community.
Anyone can step up to the plate and help build community capital for as little as $5.
$5? That's the cost of a snack at the ballpark. How do I get in the game?
Just visit midlandfoundation.org and make a gift to our community investment fund. Every dollar makes a difference.
Join the team. Give today at midlandfoundation.org.
Fueled by wonder and powered by science. At Dow, we're imagining better things for our customers and communities. It starts with our commitment to reach carbon neutrality by 2050. Designing, building, and inspiring for the world around us. Because when we wonder, the things our world needs could be just one breakthrough away. That's Dow.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
Every Wednesday on 100.9 The Mitt on the Ben Bosscher Show, you've got a chance to be a big winner.
That's what this is all about. It always has been about.
For the next 3 weeks, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet, we are going to be sending someone to the Michigan State Spartans games for their matchups against Western Michigan, Boston College, and Youngstown State. All you have to do is be listening to the show at 10:15 and listen for that keyword to text in. Big Win Wednesday on the Ben Bosscher Show, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet.
You want sports takes? You want local voices that own the mic?
Yeah.
We've got them on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. It kicks off at 6 a.m. with Anthony Bellino on Spin on Sports.
Rise and shine.
From 9 to noon, don't miss Michigan's newest sports show, The Ben Bosscher Show.
Hey, remember that.
At noon, you get America's smartest sports takes, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I want Shador to play.
And at 3, the one and only Bill Simonson and The Huge Show. This is where real fans stay locked in. 100.9 The Mitt.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions are going to be worse this season, but still go 12-5 and win the NFC North. I think the Minnesota Vikings are the biggest threat to steal the NFC North from the Detroit Lions. I think we got to taper back our expectations for Bryce Underwood, with him being an 18-year-old freshman and all. I think the lack of aggression from Scott Harris at the MLB trade deadline is going to haunt the Tigers for years to come. And I think you should listen to the Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair, if you agree or disagree with anything I just said.
Bel Air Brown, Dragon's Milk, Mad Hatter, Purple Gang, and Huma Loopalicious. These are names that let the imagination run wild and let the taste buds take a stroll. Welcome to the craft beer craze in Michigan. Bolstered by the Great Lakes and nurtured by the glacier-rich soil, here awaits a brewer's paradise. With fresh hops growing tall in the old Mission Peninsula and fresh barley fields sweeping the mitten, Michigan ranks 5th in the nation in the number of breweries, microbreweries, and brew pubs. From Good Harbor Golden to Whitefish Bay Wheat, from Motown Lager all the way to Park Bench Porter, Michigan is serving up a frosty glass of perfection. Whether you want to take in a game with a two-hearted ale or just sit on a front porch sipping a Steelhead Red, let's tap into life at its fullest and treat ourselves to a taste that's pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Nine 837-6125. What are you laughing at in there?
Just an elite time to sprint away from the microphone.
I can't let my computer die today.
Right, yeah.
Go
just
get my charger.
Grab the charger as soon as we're back. It's a good idea.
Well, I got the notification that my computer was down to 10% as soon as we came back. That's the problem. All right.
That's your weak point, Ben. Your weak point is that you never grab your charger.
It's my Achilles heel, some are saying.
Yeah.
What's the Lions, though? That was good. That was really good.
Don't worry.
The Lions, I've been saying for a while, I think this is still clearly the best team in the NFC North. I think this is one of the best teams in the NFC, if not the best. Probably still got to, give the Eagles credit where they deserve it, winning the Super Bowl and retaining most of their players. But look, not every team's perfect. Every team has some holes in their roster. And with the Lions, I think there's two that kind of stick out. The interior of the offensive line with two total question marks, Tate Ratledge and Christian Mahogany. And then, of course, the depth at the edge position. I mean, if Marcus Davenport goes down, you get worried real quick. Zadarius Smith is not going to be here. Dan Campbell had an interview yesterday. He said, we're all good. Like, Zadarius Smith's not going to be here. He didn't come out and say that, but he got asked about it. He said, we're all good. So let's just assume Zadarius Smith is not going to be joining the Lions anytime soon. It feels like week one's going to happen, and Zadarius Smith is not going to be playing football. He's got other issues to worry about with cash doll. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But if Marcus Davenport were to go down at any point, and, you don't want to just, predict injuries, but, again, with Marcus Davenport, it almost feels like it's a safe thing to do. Obviously, you don't want that to happen, but it feels like the Lions would be in some trouble if that's the case. So I have interior offensive line and depth at the edge position as my two weaknesses for the Lions going into the season. I just want to recognize it so we can be prepared for what is possible this season. And I'm not saying hey, you got to go trade for a bunch of guys that play this position because nobody trades for interior offensive linemen. That's just not a thing. But how can you, if that ends up being a bigger weakness than you initially realize, how can you counter that? It's quick passes. It's getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Swing routes to Jahmyr Gibbs. It's playing Jahmyr in the slot. It's Amon-Ra quick stuff. It's all these bubble screens to J-Mo. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot more quick passing this season because you need to be able to protect Jared Goff in the pocket.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that's what we've talked about with John Morton kind of being incorporated into this offense. Is how is he going to best fit Jared Goff with this new Lions offensive line? And that's what I'm most interested to see. Honestly, I think that's overall what I'm most interested to see on Sunday.
Play calling on offense?
Not necessarily the play. I mean, I guess it is the play calling, but more so just the scheme fit around Jared Goff or the play calling for Goff. How much different is it going to be than last year? I still think the run game is going to be, you don't have the same interior as before, but when you have that elite of backs in the backfield, along with a Penei Sewell, I still think the run game attack is going to be quite similar. But how's it going to be for Goff? And I think that's going to be fun to watch how that's going to go down. As far as your weak points go, though, I'm with you on the edge depth just because of what happened a year ago. Last year, we saw that edge depth really have to come into play early when you have a Marcus Davenport that, one, doesn't stay healthy. Two, even when he really has been healthy, it's not like he's been incredibly spectacular in years, right? I mean, you brought that up on the show last week. I remember you talking about that. The guy hasn't recorded over 2 sacks in like 3 years. So the edge depth is very concerning as far as if one guy goes down, what is the plan there? Are we going to do the linebacker roulette that we did last year when you just pick up 2 or 3 guys on a weekly basis and maybe one of them has a good game and they'll stick around? So that's probably the weak point, I would agree, is the edge depth.
Honestly, there's not really anything else that comes to mind besides those 2 things. Like, they're pretty strong on the interior between DJ Reed and Tyleik Williams, the rookie, and Roy Lopez. Like, you feel good about those guys. You'd feel even better if Levi and Pascal were healthy, but they're not. With the corners, there's enough depth there to where you feel comfortable even if a guy goes down. You've got Amik Robertson to step up. You've got Brian Branch, who can always come up and play the nickel. You've got Avonte Maddox, who feels like he could play any different position. Safety depth isn't anything to brag about when you've got 2 Pro Bowl guys on the back end. It's not really a level of concern. Linebacker depth's incredible, and Malcolm Rodriguez isn't even there yet. Long-term depth, it's a completely different story based on who's going to be a free agent, who's due for extensions. But that's like an issue for a different time. It feels like this roster is pretty complete, and if our 2 complaints about this team, or not even complaints, but like the 2 weaknesses, one of them is just depth at a position and hoping someone doesn't get hurt. That's a pretty good spot to be in.
Is that really even a weakness? Like, who around the league just has edge depth? You know, like that's the part that we always talk about when we see these bad offensive lines. It's like no one has good backup offensive linemen. They don't exist. You know, so if depth is one of your biggest weak points, is it really even a weak point? Because every single team in the league has that same weak point. So that's a really good sign for Detroit.
Also, no team has offensive line depth. Like, let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Nobody has offensive line
depth. That's
depth.
what I'm saying.
And the fact that the Lions, I mean, they don't on the interior by any means, but they a little bit do with their tackles. Like,
what, your boy Gio?
No, not my boy Gio, but like Dan Skipper's their offensive tackle 4. Pretty good spot to be in.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, if he's ever going to be a starter, like, you're probably in some trouble. But like, I don't know, the tackles are fine. It's the interior guys that go down. I've got a bold prediction for you. Everyone's talking about Tate Ratledge, how like quickly he can develop and get up to speed, and you know he's playing between Glasgow and Sewell, so maybe his life's a little easier. How about this? What if the actual guard that's going to like step up and be like wreaking havoc is actually just Christian Mahogany? Because those 2 games he started in last year, one of them being the playoff game, I mean, some of the PFF numbers he graded out to were like sensational. And, you know, Campbell and Holmes have both kind of said, like, well, let's take it easy. He's only had 2 starts, very limited playing experience. But what if he does just kind of, like, continue playing like that and just becomes this mauler in the run game and a good pass protector, too? And while all the attention's been on the new rookie and Tate Ratledge, it's actually the 2024 6th-round pick who hits the ground and is just like, oh, the Lions' offensive line is still awesome because we've got this guy on the left side.
Yeah, I mean, that could definitely come into play, especially as far as him needing to step up more on that side of the line, right? Being between Glasgow and Decker rather than being next to Penei Sewell. Like, it might look like Ratledge is performing well because he's on that side, but it almost gives Mahogany more opportunity to really show what he can do, being essentially alone over there. I mean, Decker's still fine and everything, but so yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, he's shown us so far when he's gotten the reps that he can be that guy. It's obviously been crazy limited, and that's why we haven't been hyping him up as an automatic W as far as being in this offensive line. But there's no reason why he can't. I don't mind it.
That would be my bold prediction. I guess I don't know how bold that is to make offensive line predictions, but it feels like Christian Mahogany is just not being talked about very much. Feels like
no, he's really not.
David Montgomery, kind of the forgotten soul on this team, even though he's probably still one of the 10 to 12 best running backs in the NFL. Seems like Laporta doesn't get the respect that he deserves. On defense, I think everyone's going to be well aware by halfway through the season, Terrion Arnold, but that's not really a guy that gets spoken about other than like, hey, maybe could take a leap forward this season. I'm 100% predicting that to happen. Can't wait for the Terrion Arnold versus Matthew Golden matchup. You see some of these Packers injuries, man? Doesn't feel like Jaden Reed's going to be playing. Doesn't feel like Nate Hobbs is going to be playing. Those guys aren't practicing right now. So, and Christian Watson, shockers on the PUP list to start the season.
Yeah, he'll probably miss the whole year.
So he's probably, yeah. So the rookie, Matthew Golden, their first-round pick, seems like he's going to be the wide receiver 1, welcome to Terrion Arnold Island.
Man, if he has a good game, you are just going to be in shambles.
What if Terrion Arnold
I don't think I've
just
ever
locks
seen
him
you
up?
been so out on a guy who's never played a game in goal. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying he's going to be tremendous or anything. But you'd have just been 100% out on Golden this whole time. Is it just because he's on the Packers?
It's because he's got to deal with Terrion Arnold week 1, man. Terrion Arnold's about to shut him down.
What if Reed's just matched up with him the whole time? Even better, right?
I'm actually very curious going into week 1 to see who gets like the quote-unquote wide receiver 1 matchup. Is it Terrion or is it DJ? We'll see. 989-837-6125. Some are saying the Packers don't actually have a wide receiver 1. Oh! 10 o'clock hour on the way. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Mirror on the wall, whose house is the nicest on the block of the mall?
Not yours.
What do you mean?
Your siding is faded, your gutters are falling off, and you have shingles missing. I suggest you call Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
I'm going to call Bresky Siding and Building Repair right now. Mirror on the wall, now whose house is the nicest of them all?
Yours is, kind sir, yours is.
Call me, Derek Bresky, at Bresky Siding and Building Repair today.
Looking for the perfect golf getaway? Tee up at Sandy Ridge Golf Course, Midland's hidden gem. Whether you're a scratch golfer or just out for fun, Sandy Ridge offers a beautifully maintained 18-hole course, friendly staff, and unbeatable rates, plus a brand new clubhouse. Book your tee time today at sandyridgegolfcourse.com or call 989-631-6010. Sandy Ridge Golf Course, where great golf meets pure Michigan beauty.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
From Midland to Bay City, Saginaw to Sanford, from Frankenmuth, Freeland, and Hemlock to Auburn, Essexville, and Pinconning, 100.9 The Mitt is the heartbeat of the Great Lakes Bay region, and proud of it. We're your home for local sports, local stories, and local pride. Whether you're in Birch Run, Beaverton, Gladwin, Chesaning, or Coleman, football, basketball, hockey, Spartans, NFL, Loons, all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader. From the hometown heroes to the college legends to the pros on Sunday, 100.9 The Mitt is your home for wall-to-wall play-by-play coverage. High school football, basketball, and hockey.
Region champions for the first time in school history.
Michigan State football and basketball.
Touchdown, MSU!
The NFL, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night primetime games. And don't think we forgot about your hometown team. The Great Lakes Loons.
That ball's over and out of here.
100.9 The Mitt.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
From the Blasey Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning, Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, let's get rocking and rolling. Hour number 2, man. That first hour flew by. Appreciate anyone who's liked and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. 9 more away from 400. That's the goal. By the end of the week, we got about 24 hours to get it done. So we need 9 of you guys to step up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Only takes a minute. We'd appreciate it a lot here at 100.9 The Mitt. All right, with that being said, football tonight. Time to take a trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, Kyle, have you looked at this yet?
No, I actually have not looked at this a single time.
Okay, neither of us have then. So let's figure out how
Where's
we're
it
going to
at?
do
The
this.
Athletic?
This is the NFL Hope-O-Meter 2025 results. Athletic surveyed every single fan base. Every beat reporter did a survey on their fans, and they took the votes, and they came up with who are the most hopeful fans heading into the season and who are the least hopeful fans heading into the season. How about you and I make some predictions, and then we'll go look at the results of this, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
If I had to guess, there's no team with less hope, there's no fan base with less hope than the New Orleans Saints, right? I mean,
Wait, they're Saints fans?
there's just no way, right? I mean, Spencer Rattler's rolling out there week 1. Your season's over.
Yeah. I see, here's the thing. I just wonder what's the angle they take here, because I think there was a world where the Cowboys fans are number 1. You just traded Micah Parsons.
But this isn't like an opinion. This is like
But all the
truly
Cowboys
based on
fans
the survey.
that's what I'm saying. All the fans have to be just down in the dumps, right?
Yeah, but at least they I don't think they're going to be outside of the top 20 or inside
Right.
the top 20, but like at least they have Dak and CD and Pickens and like Kenny Clark. Now they can stop the run.
Yeah, it's probably the Saints. But like but you can look forward to getting the first pick in the draft and getting a quarterback. You know, like that. How down is that?
I don't
Whereas,
know.
like,
You
the
say
Browns,
that now, but when you walk into a season with no hope, that sucks.
Yeah, it's probably Saints or Browns.
All right, who do you think's at the top of this?
The
We'll go
most-
back and look.
the
We'll
most
look
hopeful?
later. Yeah, what fan base is the most hopeful?
See, it's probably not just one of the best teams in the league, though, right? It's probably a team that really thinks they're going to take a leap forward this season.
Like Denver?
Yeah, like a Denver or a Green Bay even. I think teams like that are extremely hopeful. Because what? The Chiefs are hopeful?
No, the Chiefs expect it.
Yeah, exactly. They're not hoping for anything. They just know they're going to be good. Same with Bills and Ravens. I could see it being Denver. I like that one. I like Green Bay a lot, too. I really think it's probably one of those two.
The Chargers? I'm just trying to think
Maybe,
of
but
teams
their
that were like
tackle
good.
got season-ending injury preseason. I don't know how hopeful you are after that.
I'm thinking of teams that are like good.
Yeah.
That want to be great this season. That there are signs that like the
like
Patriots.
Niners fans again? Like Niners are hopeful that they're right back into it this year?
That could be true. The Patriots, I feel like, could be on this. Like
Yeah.
vibes are just high right now out
Vibes
of
are
Boston.
good. Jacksonville fans, maybe?
Ooh.
Got Travis Hunter now? I think I like the Denver answer the most, honestly.
Okay, we've got Denver and we've got the Saints as those are our guesses for the most hopeful and least hopeful fan bases. All right, so where do we think the Lions come into play here? They've got to be within the first 5, right?
Of hopeful?
I mean, what Lions fans out there like, I
But
don't
once
know
again,
if they're
what
going
are
to
we-
have it this season.
What are we
That doesn't-
hoping for? Like, I think there is Lions fans that feel that way, by the way. How can you not? I mean, how can some of them not?
That they're going to be way worse this season?
I mean, Vegas is putting it in our faces that they're going to be way worse this season.
And I think Vegas can shove it.
That's fair. But I think Vegas is right a good amount of the time. And there's a lot of signs that would point Lions fans to feel less confident this season. Like a ton of them, actually.
So you think they're outside of the top 10?
I think they're outside of the top 5.
Okay, you've got them between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
I'll say they're right around 5.
I would say they're near 10. I would say they're right around 10, yeah.
All right, let's do the other NFC North teams then. Green Bay, I'd imagine,
right
is
at
a
the
top
top
10 team now that they've got Parsons.
I think the Bears, if they did this survey on, like, May 1st, they would have been top 5.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, I don't even know if they're top half of the league.
They're just like, oh, my God, our coach hates our quarterback.
Them having Ben Johnson at least gives them a little, like, they should probably still be hopeful.
Yeah, there should be hopeful, but then every 3 days, Ben Johnson's like, yeah, Caleb Williams sucks. He's not running the offense very well. He's going to have some learning curves. It's weird. I've never seen a coach talk down to their quarterback the way that Ben Johnson does to Caleb Williams.
Got high expectations of him, man.
It's bizarre, though. Usually you're trying to pump these guys with confidence,
Yeah.
and it feels like Ben Johnson's the opposite.
I would still think that the Bears are relatively hopeful. Like, they're probably right around top 15, top half of the league. I would think they're probably somewhere in the middle.
I would say that's the Vikings, just kind of. Actually,
Nah,
the way the
nah.
Vikings are treating JJ, it's like you would think he's like a 3-time Pro Bowler.
I think Vikings are extremely hopeful.
All right, let's take a peek at this then. I'm going to actually pull up the list. All right, we were right. 99% of votes were optimistic for the Broncos. They're the number one team, the only team that graded out with a 99% approval rating. We were wrong. We were wrong about the Saints. They are the 31st most hopeful team.
Oh, I just saw who it is.
Those poor Colts fans.
Yeah, the Richardson stuff definitely doesn't help their case here.
Danny Dimes rolling out their week 1. Yeah, that's I mean, at least you have like an okay roster, though. You got a better quarterback situation than the Saints. You got a better quarterback situation than the Browns, I would think, who come in at the fourth least amount of hope.
18% of Browns fans are hopeful? What? You think
those are the Shador believers?
Or is it just the Shador guys? Like
the Shador
hey, at least
truthers.
Flacco's back, you know, like that's something.
Steelers at the bottom of this just makes me smile. Even the Steelers fans know. They're like, yeah, I don't know.
You know,
about this.
I know a good amount of Steelers fans. A lot of them are in my life.
Everybody does.
And
they just spawn out of nowhere.
They don't really even like Rodgers. That's the funniest part. They're just like not really bought into Rodgers being on their team. I think it's hilarious.
Maybe because he was bad last season and was hurt the year before and is on the wrong side of 40. And there's been no one to actually have success after the age of 40 in the NFL other than Tom Brady, who is an anomaly.
Yeah.
49ers sitting right in the middle. Packers kind of sitting right in the middle of this. Lions ranked not first, not second, not third, not fourth, but fifth. We were both right.
You were right on the money there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I figured there would be some other like teams that are in that good territory that would be higher hopes, like the Packers or the Texans or something. I thought would have higher hopes, but guess not.
5% of Lions fans are pessimistic going into the year. 95% optimistic. Where are these 5% people?
I just figured it'd be more.
Where are these same old, like these I don't even want to say it.
I don't
so
think
gross.
that is, though. Like, genuinely, if people are pessimistic about the Lions season, it's not because of, I don't think SOL people still exist. If they do, it's just to be that guy. They don't truly actually believe it.
If you're pessimistic for this season, the 5% of you out there, you know what my argument is, Kyle. Aiden Hutchinson's back. They're a better team. I don't care if they have 15 wins or not. They're a better team if Aiden Hutchinson's out there. And look, I'm just going to bank on him not having like a traumatic injury at any point this season. So if he's out there in playoff time, they're a better team.
Totally agree.
Point blank simple. Eagles, defending Super Bowl champs, running it back at 98%. Scary. I mean, they lose out on a few guys, like Milton Williams ends up on the Patriots. Hassan Reddick didn't really do much for him last year. He's now on the Bucs.
Lost their OC. Didn't work out great the last time it happened.
And then they lost Darius Slay, too, which I think they were ready to move on.
Yeah.
Like, they have Quinion Mitchell ready to jump in and take that spot. They kind of brought back everybody on offense, though. That's the scary part.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense why they're so optimistic. The only reason maybe you wouldn't be is just because, one, your quarterback and head coach still seemingly don't really get along, which is really odd after winning a Super Bowl. And two, the NFC East curse thing, no one going back-to-back in 20 years or whatever, that is a really long sample size. But on paper, I mean, even Lions fans have to admit, this Eagles roster is for sure the best in the NFC on paper.
Only 6 franchises have a less than 50% approval rating, and that would be the Jets. Nobody believes in Aaron Glenn, or at least they're wanting him to prove it first.
I think it's a little bit of like the Jets aren't really in a spot to get their franchise quarterback in a year.
Nope.
Like, you committed to Fields for 2 years, which you can still draft one next year. Not saying you can't, but like
it's a deep class next year too.
Right. But are the Jets going to be a top 3 worst team in the league?
Maybe,
but I feel
Probably
Aaron
not.
Glenn is just going to have a floor of like getting them 5 or 6 wins.
We've got the Jets at 42%, the Dolphins at 19%. They're such a funny team, especially the first month of the season. Like, I have no idea what they're going to be like.
This is a good one here, especially because they really should be better than a lot of these teams down here. But yeah, the hopefulness is low.
From a culture standpoint, it just feels like this is a ticking time bomb, though. And I'm wondering, like, hey, can they still do the September Miami thing where they just are scoring 30 points per game for the first month of the season? Or is this truly like week one, the wheels are falling off the bus? I kind of think it's the latter.
I don't know. I feel like they're in the rare spot right now where they are fully healthy for at least the first couple games. So, like, now is their time where they can at least do something for now until they inevitably become unhealthy.
They may be fully healthy, but, like, Tyreek Hill walks off the field, takes his helmet off and shoes off, and sits down on the sideline on the bench, takes a nap. Surprises you on a scale of 1 to 10. For me, it'd be like a 4.
Yeah.
Be like yeah, that makes sense.
Really good. Especially after Raheem Mostert left and kind of gave his comments about, like, happy to be out of Miami type thing. Like, it's not a good sign.
Tyreek Hill seems like a plague right now. Maybe that's a little harsh, but I don't know, man. It feels like that's just not a fun guy to be around. And he's like purposely doing it.
Yeah, not at all.
Browns at 18%. Cowboys at 13%.
Yeah, Cowboys down there makes sense.
Very curious to see what that would have been like if they just signed Micah. And then
look at this. 99 of responses were submitted prior to the Micah Parsons trade. So this is even before the Micah Parsons stuff.
That's
they might
crazy.
be number one bottom if this was after, yeah.
Saints and Colts, the two least hopeful franchises heading into the season. Now you know. 989-837-6125. That is our trip around the league right here on 100.9 The Mitt. I want to flip back to baseball, though. Do the Tigers lack this? And is this going to keep them from going on a little bit of a World Series run? 989-837-6125. That's next. Right now, I'm talking about boring floors, sad showers. Well, have no fear. Premier Tile and Stone is here to rescue your surfaces from the snooze zone. These folks turn tile into art, whether it's kitchens, bathrooms, backsplashes, fireplaces. If it holds still, they'll tile it beautifully. Locally owned in Midland, but their work looks like it belongs in a magazine that charges $15 an issue. Giant selection of fancy stuff. Porcelain, ceramic, natural stone. Materials you probably can't even pronounce, but you'll love them. Stop dreaming, start scheming. Visit the showroom and let your inner interior designer run wild. That's Premier Tile and Stone, where your floors get fabulous and grout gets glorious.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Midland Eye Care wants you to know the pervasive use of technology can lead to digital eye strain, burning or tired eyes, headaches, fatigue, loss of focus, blurred or double vision. Overexposure light from electronic devices may also increase the likelihood of developing serious eye conditions such as age-related macular degeneration. To give your eyes a rest, remember 20-20-20. Every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. This message brought to you by Midland Eye Care, your vision source on Eastman Road in Midland, on Cedar and Gladwin, and now on East Washington in Freeland.
Something's in the water.
Dude, it's in your mouth.
I can't see it, but I feel it.
This summer, from the people who brought you floss and fluoride, gum disease, the silent bite.
Ah! Why didn't anyone warn me?
We did. At Scott Family Dental, you may not see the problem, but we can. No insurance contracts and a team that treats you like family.
So no jaws, just gentle cleanings?
Exactly. But skip your checkup and you might need a bigger toothbrush.
Scott Family Dental. Catch the problems before they bite. Book now at scottfamdental.com.
Hey Midland, join the Silver Sneakers and Renew Active programs at the Midland Community Center, where fitness for seniors is fun and free. With Silver Sneakers and Renew Active, seniors 65 and older enjoy access to Greater Midland Community Center, North Family Center, and Coleman Family Center, all at no extra cost with eligible Medicare Advantage plans. Dive into all group fitness classes, exclusive Silver Sneakers classes, and our Greater Midland Walking Club. Get moving with Silver Sneakers and Renew Active at the Midland Community Center.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
We're in your town, your school, your huddle. 100.9 The Mitt is here for sports fans in the Great Lakes Bay region. From the hardwoods of Saginaw to Midland's Friday Night Lights. From the streets of Bay City to Freeland, Frankenmuth, and Hemlock. We roll through Beaverton, Auburn, Pinconning, Essexville, and Shepherd. All the way to Gladwin, Birch Run, Coleman, and Bridgeport. This is your sports station. High school, college, NFL, the Looms. It's all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader. Local sports don't stop when the game ends, and neither do we. 100.9 The Mitt is your digital home for the latest news across the state of Michigan. From high school to college and the pros, it's all on our socials. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search 100.9 The Mitt and join the squad. Stay locked in on the latest stats and stories with exclusive video takes from local talent. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Do the Tigers lack a star power come the postseason? Now, obviously, Tarek Skubal, superstar, goes without saying. Riley Green, we've kind of had this conversation throughout the course of the summer. Is he a superstar? Is he not a superstar? I think where I'm at right now with that is like, hey, knocked on the door of the superstar club, had that very cold stretch, and the bouncer was like, nope, apply again next year. He's playing again this year. He's been great since that cold stretch. So maybe just in the waiting line, eventually going to be a superstar. But again, he's only 24 years old. Not quite there yet, in my opinion. But then I look around the rest of the American League, and it's like, okay, the Mariners, the team that I've kind of been the most fearful of, they've got Gino Suarez, they've got Julio Rodriguez, they've got Crawford, they've got Randy Arozarena. The Yankees have Soto and Stanton, or not Soto. They have Judge and Stanton. The Red Sox have Bregman and Anthony Roman Anthony, who kind of just got put on IL, but should be back at some point. They've got Garrett Crochet. Blue Jays, it's Springer, it's Vlad, it's Bo Bichette, it's Varsho. Like, there's all these superstars on these other American League teams that are chasing a World Series. And I wonder if the Tigers' like grittiness and, you know, their base running ability and how aggressive they are, if that'll eventually just come back to bite them because they lack the true superstar power that these other teams don't lack. And I'm not saying like this will be their downfall. That's not at all what I'm saying. I think they have equally as good of a chance to make the World Series as any of these teams, but there is a factor here that they lack the guys that you just have all the confidence in the world in when they're in the box, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you even feel that way about Riley Green?
What, that he's a superstar?
Yeah, like is he in all those players that you just mentioned? Like is he in that group?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in that group. I mean, he's not with, like, Judge.
Well, yeah.
And, like, Bregman, but there's just, like, Crawford and Arozarena. Riley's right in there with those guys. Bo Bichette.
And he's probably the lone guy on the Tigers, though, that you feel that way about, like, has the star power, right? I mean, there's guys that you can idolize and guys that kind of have that star player type of aura, like Javi Baez once was. Obviously, currently isn't. You have Tarek Skubal, of course, is probably the biggest star out of any of these players, other than not named Aaron Judge. But as far as the offensive star power goes, it's really just Riley, correct?
Yeah,
I mean, we're not putting Torkelson into that category,
No,
right?
I'm not putting Torque in there. It feels like Carey belongs in there when there's righties on the mounds, but that's only half the time.
Yeah. Jahmai Jones against a lefty is a superstar. But
Right. I don't know about that.
No, but yeah, I mean, I agree. So when you compare it to the other teams in the American League, there's 2 or 3 guys probably on every team that you can be like, yeah, they have consistently these guys that have been kind of face of the team for several seasons. They're known well across the league as far as guys that you fear going up against. And the Tigers have really one of those guys in Riley Green. Now, like you're saying, who knows if that's their downfall by any means, but it's something that you can at least be thinking about.
Is that an issue, though? Is it an issue that they don't have these superstars?
No, I don't think so. We see this time and time again in Major League Baseball where superstar-less teams can go on runs. You know, I mean, we saw it several years ago when Ronald Acuna goes down with a season-ending injury for the Atlanta Braves, and they go on and win the World Series with Jorge Soler as really their, like, top offensive piece that season. So it doesn't – I don't think that it is a detriment. I don't think that it's something that you need to have multiple superstars to win like you do in the NBA, where you need to have a top 5 guy to win a championship. But it probably makes you feel a little bit better, at least just having the consistency of those guys. I think that's the big part when it comes to in the playoffs, you expect your superstar players to step up. Whereas for the Tigers, you don't really know who's going to be the guys that kind of are the X factors of October. That's not a bad thing because they have a lot of options, because I do think they're deep offensively as far as they have many different guys that could go off in October. But who's that going to be? The question mark is something that maybe could be a concern.
The one thing we do know is they do have one superstar, and his name is Tarek Skubal. You feel pretty good about that guy whenever he's out there on the mound for a Saturday or for a playoff game. Like, you kind of expect to win those. But you and I have talked about, like, you lose a Skubal star in a playoff game, the series is done. You're just not winning. You're not winning the series if you drop game 1. You have to go up game 1 with Tarek Skubal on the mound for you to even consider yourself to have a chance to win this thing. And it's ironic, too, because I know Red Sox fans feel the same way with Crochet. Astros fans probably feel the same way with Valdez, even though he kind of had a weird...
Yeah, even though he tried to kill his own catcher.
Not according to his agent. Total accident according to his agent.
Of course.
But you have, like, multiple teams that feel that way. I don't know if anyone is as confident in their guy as the Tigers are with Tarek Skubal. The issue is, like, it does feel like, for some reason, the Tigers lack run support with Tarek Skubal when he's out there. It hasn't mattered all that much this season because Skubal's still, got best ERA and whip and strikeouts in baseball. But, like, there's a reason he's only at 11 or 12 wins right now. Like, there's a reason he's not at the top.
Yeah, and I think also a lot of those teams that maybe have the star pitcher that isn't on the same caliber, because I think all of these teams have at least a star pitcher. They're not on the caliber of Tarek Skubal. They all have multiple guys behind their star pitcher that you're like, well, yeah, we still feel good about them in game 2 and 3.
Yeah, you don't have that guy in Detroit.
They don't have a guy where it's like, if we lose game, even Crochet, if they lose game 1, the series is over. Like, no team feels that way like the Tigers do because of their other starting pitching options that they have. Seattle has 4 guys that you feel good about in a playoff series. Houston has 2 really good guys you feel good about in a playoff series. Like, if the winner of that series is who the Tigers are going up in round 2, like, that's the superstar stuff that comes into play, is even on the pitching side, And then offensively, those teams obviously have more firepower.
Casey Mize earn any of your trust yesterday? It was a good start. It was a really good start for Casey, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know if there's a whole lot he can do the rest of the year for me to be, like, all bought in, confident in Casey Mize outings.
I mean, he didn't earn my trust, but he also, like, it definitely is encouraging. I'm not going to say that I'm not just going to sit here and be like, doesn't matter what he does. Like,
yeah, it's better that he had that than compared to anything else.
Yeah, I would much rather him do that. And, it's the first time he's given up less than 2 earned runs since July. So
oh my God.
That's cool and everything. And like we've talked about all week, what is the other option? It's not like there's another guy on the team that I'm like, man, if Casey pitches bad, at least we have this guy to pitch in game 2 of a series. No, there isn't another guy like that. So that's why, yeah, I mean, he's probably still pitching game 2 of the divisional series, right? Until he...
As of right now, yeah, it's probably Casey Mize pitching in a game 2. Maybe it's Flaherty, just matchup dependent, but
True.
With Flaherty, you just kind of like, he's going to get hit hard at some point throughout the course of the game. But, hey, there's also the chance that Jack Flaherty goes in and shuts down guys for 4 straight innings.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of making sure you get him out of the game at the right time. And I think A.J. Hinch has learned, by now, dealing with Jack Flaherty for 2 years, more specifically this year than last year, like, you can't go through the third line, the lineup for a third time. You just can't allow it to happen in the postseason. So you just got to hope that Jack can take down the lineup, the first 2 times pretty efficiently.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of the times when it comes to Jack Flaherty and even Mize, when they do go 3 or 4 innings and then it is the 5th or 6th inning when stuff really unravels, the Tigers are a little bit relenting to take them out of the game because they're so focused on – I mean, A.J. Hinch talks all the time about planning ahead for when guys are pitching in the next game, pitching in the next series. And so they want to get everything they can out of their starters because they're focused on the games coming up, which I mean, obviously they're focused on the game in front of them on the field as well, but in the playoffs, you're not focused on that. Like, you're not thinking about, okay, next –
no, it's how can
when we go on the road, like in games 3 and 4, who are we going to pitch in those games? Like, yeah, it's on your mind, but you're just trying to get a win. So at any point in the playoffs, in the 4th inning, if Jack Flaherty starts to fall out a little bit, he'll get pulled immediately.
I will say, they get into a postseason. Tarek Skubal obviously starts game 1 in a series. I think it's pretty important for Melton to not pitch in game 1.
Yeah.
That way you go into game 2 knowing you have Melton available in the pen. Skubal needs to be able, like, I know shorter leashes in the postseason. Skubal needs to be able to give a 7-inning
Yeah, it's shorter leashes for everyone not named Tarek Skubal. He still is on his typical, like, we need 6 or 7 out of you.
Because ideally it's 7 for him, Vest and Finnegan 8 and 9. Then you go into the next game with whoever, like, let's say Mize is the starter. You can pull Mize. Melton can give you 2 or 3. And then maybe use both those Finnegan and Vest again, depending on how many pitches they ended up throwing. That's ideal situation for the Tigers. Or you just let Melton go until he until he can't.
So what's the final word on stars for the Tigers? 2? They got 2 star players?
1 superstar, 2 stars.
And does that concern you that that is less than every other team in the American League playoffs race, probably?
It concerns me that there's not pitching outside of Tarek Skubal, that there's not another star. We thought it'd be Jack Flaherty. There were signs it was Casey Mize.
But they have the super-duper star pitcher, which that helps.
Yes, but it's only one of 4 games in the postseason.
Yeah. It's like the 2018 Cavs out there in the pitching rotation for the Tigers.
It's LeBron in them. It's
right.
Skubal in them. 989-837-6125. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mitt. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. We've got the Mitt Morning Catch coming up. I've got a story to tell you at the end of the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour, NFL Week 1 picks. It's all coming up here on the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. Is your business protected, connected, and running at full speed? At Ironstack Technology, they provide rock-solid IT solutions, cybersecurity, and support tailored for small and mid-sized businesses. From managed services to cloud migration and 24/7 monitoring, they've got your back so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Visit IronstackTechnology.com today and build your IT on a foundation of strength. Ironstack Technology, IT that works as hard as you do.
At Tommy's Express, you can get your car clean, shiny and dry in just minutes. Our state-of-the-art eco-friendly wash delivers a spotless finish every time. With the Tommy Club app, enjoy unlimited washes or paper wash. Skip the line with license plate recognition and manage everything right from your phone. Fast, clean, and simple. Visit Tommy's Express today and see the difference. Text Clean Card to 86697 for a free works wash.
Offer valid for new guests only. By participating, you consent to receive promotional information text from Tommy's Express. Message and data rates may apply. Message frequency varies.
Broken appliance? Don't panic. Call Mr. Appliance. With a 4.9-star Google rating, our expert service professionals deliver speedy service with a 1-year done-right promise, so you can count on long-lasting repairs. We treat your home or business with care, no mess, and no trace left behind. Ask about our appliance wellness program to keep things running smoothly year-round. Visit us online at MrAppliance.com for easy online scheduling and local contact information. Mr. Appliance, speedy, trusted, guaranteed.
Tired of floors that snore? Walls that whisper, meh? Premier Tile in Midland is here to spice things up one tile at a time. They've got backsplash that'll make your pasta jealous.
What?
Shower walls that'll actually sing in the morning. And floors so fabulous, you'll consider eating dinner off them. Stylish, affordable, slightly obsessed with grout. Visit Premier Tile, located between Stark and Sturgeon, right off US 10, or at PremierTileStone.com.
Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters? Yeah. 100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of.
It's hot!
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today, and you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosscher.
And I'm Kyle Sandel.
And the two of us are live every weekday on 100.9 The Mitt at 9 a.m. until noon, giving you opinions on the teams that you care about the most.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, those teams.
And a whole lot more. Whether we're breaking down a game from the night before, debating the biggest news from the day, or doing a draft or spread picks, we're always having fun. I mean, come on, it's our job to talk about sports. How could we not be having fun?
So if the big games aren't enough for you, if you're a real diehard fan, this show is going to be perfect for you. You can count on us to be your morning sports outlet every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show with Ben Bosscher and Kyle Sandel on 100.9 The Mitt.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
(989-837-6125) is the number to get a hold of us here on 100.9 The Mitt. You could send in some Mitt messages. You could also hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We're 9 away from 400, hoping to get that by the end of the week. Only takes a second. We'd appreciate it. Time to hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
You know, I do think worth noting before we do the news is pointing out one of the important Mitt messages we got, or at least YouTube comments that we got. John chiming in says, we forgot Anthony Volpe when talking about the Yankees superstars.
Oh,
of course.
Right.
Be hearing from John later. Okay, anyways. Back into the news, stuff that we didn't get to earlier. I don't know if you heard about this. I was going to bring it up yesterday, and I kind of just forgot to because we had a bunch of other news. But a couple of college athletes are suing the NCAA to extend the eligibility to 5 seasons. Here, I'll give a little bit of details here.
What?
A pair of Vanderbilt football players are among 10 total athletes suing the NCAA in an effort to force the association to allow college athletes to compete for 5 seasons rather than 4. The people representing the athletes saying, we're not challenging the 5-year limit, which is that you can play 4 out of 5 seasons, aka you get 1 redshirt year. The question is, why do players have to spend one of those 5 years sitting on the bench for the entire season? How does that further any of the NCAA's goal on moving players towards graduation? So they're saying if they're allowed to be there for 5 years, why can't they just play for 5 years? Currently the rule is you can be on a team for 5 years, but you can only compete for 4 of them.
Why there needs to be an age cap, I think.
No crap.
Because somehow
we got dudes playing in the TCU UNC game older than Bill Belichick's girlfriend. I mean, that should not be allowed.
Is that a real stat?
Yes, there was multiple guys. TCU's backup quarterback that came in older.
25?
24, but was older.
It's ridiculous, man. And this would only worsen it. There's Bryce Underwood who's 18, and then there's people playing college football that are 25. Like, we need to get a hold of this thing. I'm anti-extending the eligibility again.
Yeah, I think I'm with you here. It is, like, I understand that they can make money now, so I understand why they want to stay in college.
They're suing the NCAA over this?
I think these guys lost out on a year of eligibility, so that's why they are. Like I said, I don't have the super duper details dive into this, but just a interesting thing going on there in college football. More college football news. We've been talking about Kalen DeBoer. Is he kind of like sending Alabama into the wrong route? Well,
yes.
He was asked about how he's feeling after the Florida State loss, and he says the Tide can still do some big things this year. He's not worried after their Week 1 loss to Florida State.
Oh, good. Well, he's the only person on the planet not worried. They looked bad. Like, they got punched in the mouth and did not have a response. Yeah, they scored some points, but they never got stops.
Yeah. It makes you miss Nick Saban almost.
Of course it makes you miss Nick Saban, but I'm also kind of glad to see this Alabama dynasty be over.
Oh, yeah.
It's officially over.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everyone hated Alabama. No one ever hated Saban. I think that's kind of how everyone felt, right?
Yeah.
Saban's just a legend, yeah. Over under 2.5 years left for Kalen DeBoer at Alabama.
Oh, under, man.
1.5?
If they don't make the playoffs this year, he's gone.
He's gone after this year?
Yeah, they have no patience there, man. No patience.
No. Who are they going to hire?
Urban Meyer.
Oh. Right. All right, let's do some NFL stuff. Aaron Rodgers is downplaying facing the Jets in the Steelers opener, says it's just week 1. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Obviously, played for the Jets last year.
Just week 1, you know. It's just another football game for me. Shut up. Shut up.
I was hoping to get that type of reaction there. Love that.
It's not you, it's him. It's like,
no, I know.
Oh, it's just another week 1. There's no storyline there. Yes, there is, Aaron. Like, just say something to make you not seem like the most self-centered person on the entire planet. For once, just be a candid person.
It's not his vibe, man. It's not what he does. Patriots. Robert Kraft says he's going to plan to have a Bill Belichick statue.
Still?
In New England.
Even after Monday?
That's what I was going to say. You know, I'm sick and tired of these guys going places and just ruining their legacies, man. Why do you have to do this? I went on a rant about it even before the game on Monday, but it's just like, dude, what was the point of doing this?
He was sick and tired of being in the studio talking about the NFL games.
He was good at the studio stuff, dude. It let out a side of him that no one ever got to see. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand.
I think
he'll be gone by the end of the year.
These guys' egos get... You think he's going to be gone before the year ends?
Well, I'm just like, at the end of the season, he's done. There's no way he's coaching them next season. Not a shot.
But you know who it will be? His son.
Nepo baby.
I don't know. I feel like these guys like have such big egos, and that's how they got into the position they are in the first place. Big egos in a good way, where they just believe in themselves, want to be known as the best coach of all time.
He already is, though. Like, the only thing you can do is tarnish it.
He was chasing Don Shula's record, and if he wasn't allowed to do that, I think he wanted to just do something else.
You think he'll go back to the NFL to get the record?
No one's hiring him. It's like, what is he, 72?
74, I think.
Nobody's hiring him.
No, agreed. We got some NBA and WNBA news. We'll dive into this. Nets' Cam Thomas signs the qualifying offer with the Brooklyn Nets. That's a $6 million one-year deal with a no-trade clause included. But, I mean, he's just on a one-year deal anyways. He's going to hit regular free agency in 2026, and it sounds like all of Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, and Quentin Grimes had the option to do the same thing with the qualifying offer.
Can we go back to the Kawhi thing from yesterday? The fact that he's potentially getting paid $28 million under the table?
No, it's not potentially. He did already. This was years ago.
Okay, if this ends up being true, let's just say it ends up being true, because I'm yet to, like, 100% believe that this is exactly what happened until there's a second source that says it's what happened, okay? If it ends up being true, should he be, like, suspended for the entire year?
No, he won't. I doubt he'll get punished by any means.
Why?
This will just be because he didn't come up with the contract. He didn't pay himself $28 million.
Yeah, but he still took a deal under the table for $28 million. There's no way he's not getting suspended.
This is a Clippers punishment / Steve Ballmer punishment. This is not a Kawhi Leonard punishment.
Yeah, and they can be fined up to $7.5 million, which seems like a slap on the wrist. They can have first-round picks taken away.
They don't have them anyways.
Kawhi needs to have something here, right? You can't be involved in this and not have some sort of punishment.
I mean, I guess not. I don't know. I was actually talking about my dad with this last night. Like, the league punishing Steve Ballmer is an L for the league, right? Just built the most newest stadium in the NBA that is talked about as maybe the best in the whole league. He's probably the most notable owner left in the NBA now that Mark Cuban is out, correct?
Yeah.
Like, him getting any sort of punishment is bad for the NBA as a whole. So that's why I'm very interested to see how this goes down.
I'm also not all that convinced that this is, like, exactly what happened. Because this company seemed like a bad company. Like, they went bankrupt.
Right. It seems like the whole purpose of it was to do stuff like this.
Maybe.
So, yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes down as well. So
let's get a real reporter on it first before I believe
Pablo
it.
Torre also said that he might look into the Jalen Brunson re-signing with the Knicks stuff, too.
Pablo Torre's such a loser, man.
Just like professional snitch, kind of? Is that his new gig?
Yeah, basically.
Good stuff. Okay, we'll end things off here with Angel Reese news. Ooh, I don't know if you heard what she said to a newspaper article early on Wednesday, it would have been.
Oh, God.
But she apologizes for her critical comments made about the Chicago Sky. Basically, she had expressed concerns in a newspaper interview amid their losing season, saying she might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me if the team didn't improve its talent level for the future. She, quote, said, "We need good players, and I only want to play with good players." Essentially calling her teammates bad.
Also ridiculous. Look, I don't know how the rookie contracts work in the WNBA, but this would be the equivalent.
They're not high.
No, I'm not even talking money purposes, but like years signed. Like, second year player just being like, I'm out. It's ridiculous. This is bad. Like, that just doesn't happen. Even in the NBA, no second-year players demanding a trade.
It's funny because she apologized for her comments at the post-game press conference with several of her teammates sitting next to her at the podium. So it's just I wonder how all that's going down, but she apologized at least.
Oh, well, thank God.
Yes. All right, that's it for the news, Ben.
989-837-6125. Funny story to tell when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
At Aird Insurance Group, they're more than just policies. They're your trusted partners in protecting what matters most.
Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, their team takes the time to understand your needs and find the best coverage for your unique situation.
With personalized service and unbeatable rates, Aird Insurance Group makes protecting your future easy.
Call Aird Insurance Group today and see why their clients trust them to keep them covered.
Aird Insurance Group.
The experience matters.
Detours driving you bonkers? Ideal Party Store's got your back with the Detour discount. While the Lafayette Bridge is closed, enjoy 10% off select craft beer 6-packs and 10% off 4 bottles of select wine, 750 milliliters or more, with 2 great locations, 908 North Johnson on the east side and 401 Salzburg on the west side. Ideal Party Store makes every detour worth it. Serving Bay City since 1934, we're here to make you the life of the party.
Transform your outdoor space with Maple Hill Nursery. Whether you're a gardening enthusiast or just looking to relax in style, they have everything you need. From premium polywood furniture that never needs painting to top quality plants and trees, Maple Hill Nursery has it all. Plus, they offer free setup and delivery on in-stock barbecue grills. Visit them today just north of Midland Mall or check out their website for pro tips and expert advice. Maple Hill Nursery, making your yard the place to be. Get ready, Michigan. Field of Frames Fest presented by Dow is taking over Dow Diamond September 26th through 28th. It's the ultimate celebration of gaming, esports, and community, bringing together fans, families, players, and industry pros for a 3-day festival like no other. Watch elite teams battle in high-stakes competition, the Valorant Collegiate Invitational and Rocket League Semi-Pro Showdown, each with $10,000 prize pools, a $5,000 Super Smash Bros. Open Tournament, and a 17U Fortnite Youth Tournament with $1,000 up for grabs. There's live music, entertainment, and activities for all ages, plus educational panels and hands-on workshops for those interested in tech, business, and gaming industries. Tickets start at just $25, and kids 10 and under get in free. Don't miss your chance to be part of a landmark event. Visit fieldofFramesFest.com to grab your tickets today. Field of Frames. Experience the element of gaming.
Since 2007, the Michigan Baseball Foundation has invested over $1.8 million into our communities, supporting over 350 projects across 14 Michigan counties. From restoring Alma Little League fields to creating nature-based classrooms at the Chippewa Nature Center and enhancing accessibility at the middle of the Mitt Miracle Field, MBF is making a real difference. Every ticket to a Great Lakes Loons game helps fund these initiatives. Join us in building a stronger, more vibrant community. Learn more at MichiganBaseballFoundation.org.
I'm here with Matt Smith with Modern Realty. All right, Matt, forecast 2025 for us.
Well, in 2025, I believe you're going to see a much more balanced market. We've been in a seller's market for a number of years. We're still not busting at the seams with inventory, but we are seeing the market start to balance out a little bit. That means it's still a really good time to get great value out of your home. But for the buyers out there, it also means that your path to home ownership should be a little bit easier.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters?
Yeah.
100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of.
It's hot!
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today, and you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Kyle, I did something last night that I'd never done before, searching, and, I'm just kind of scrolling through Twitter. It's like 9 o'clock, and I see this thing. It's like Powerball, $1.4 billion, drawing in 2 hours. I was like, $1.4 billion? I mean, it'd be irresponsible if I didn't go buy a Powerball ticket right now, right? So I got my butt off the couch, went to a 7-Eleven, bought a Powerball ticket.
And you won!
And I won, yeah. No, I don't think I'd be here right now. I'd be halfway to Cabo.
Did anyone win, or is it still up, probably? I feel like I would have seen if somebody won. I always hear about these, though. Never see, obviously, because they sometimes they just take forever.
Well, a lot of time people don't claim them because they don't know what to do. They're just sitting at their home freaking out. How do I go get my money?
What do you even do? What do you do if you win $1.4 billion? I don't even want to take it to the gas station.
Oh, no, you take that thing right to Lansing. You can't take it to the gas station. Oh, no way. It's the third largest in history.
Oh,
now
man.
It's at $1.7 billion.
Well, and sometimes you go to the gas station to check to see if it won, like if you didn't really watch or something, and then they are the ones that are in charge of telling you if you won or not.
So you can just go scan the ticket too.
Well, yeah. I've never once bought a Powerball ticket. I've never bought a lottery ticket for myself.
Neither have I but 1.4. It's like, what's the harm?
Right. Yeah, because you're so just bound to win.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody won yesterday. I don't see that. I don't see any article online of someone claiming that they won.
I would almost just be scared if I won,
Oh, horrifying. You can't tell anybody, right?
No, you can't tell anyone. I actually don't know what I would do. I maybe wouldn't even it might take me some time to I think I would immediately call my financial advisor. I think that'd be the first very person I call.
Not even your parents?
Not even my mom. Nah, I'd probably call my mom.
I think there's less than 3 people I would tell.
Right. Twitter,
for the time
Instagram, and Snapchat.
Yeah, you wouldn't know I won the Powerball, but when I show up in a Gucci coat tomorrow, brand new shoes.
When I'm at the Eagles-Cowboys game tonight, sitting up in the press box with Jerry Jones, that's how you'll know.
I don't think anybody won yesterday. So there's a chance on Saturday when they do their next drawing. It's legitimately $2 billion.
It's unreal. I might buy one then.
I know, right? It feels like well, I went into the gas. I thought you picked your own numbers for this. It's very wrong. I thought you picked your own numbers. So I buy the ticket. I didn't even know how much they were.
See, that's why I don't want to do it, because I just don't even know how. What do you say?
I got you. It's much easier than I even thought. I thought they were going to hand me the thing. I fill out the numbers, give it back to them. She hands me the ticket. Have a good day. I'm like, what do I do with this now? she looked at me sideways. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I've never bought a Powerball ticket. What do I do now? And she was like, you wait until the drawing happens.
I just thought you were a major idiot. Yeah.
Well, because I was. And I looked at the ticket and it already had the numbers on it. I was like, oh, you don't get to pick your own. All right, that's fine. The numbers I had picked out were the ones that won last night. So, no big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's totally random. And if there's not a winner, man, I think I'm going to just buy one until it doesn't. I'm not like a huge lottery person.
No, I've never one time been a big lottery person.
But I mean,
but like playing Keno at the bar, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. I'll get in on some Keno, that's for sure, or some pull tabs even. But yeah, I've just never been a lottery guy. I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, it's a waste of money. Like don't buy into the lottery. I just never have done it. Never been a thing. Sports gambling is enough for me. Like I'm not a casino guy either.
The highest it's ever been at was $2.04 billion. That was back in November of 2022. The second biggest was $1.76 billion. That was October of 23. This was the 40th consecutive drawing without a winner. Well,
I actually have a stupid question for you.
Hit me.
Really dumb.
I might not know the answer.
Would you even want to win that much money? Or would you just be content with living your life currently how it is and seeing how it plays out?
Well, I'll be content living my life the way it is regardless. But
that's what I'm saying.
Come
like,
on. Yeah, I'd take the money.
I know that's a dumb question. I understand that. But, like...
It's not a dumb question, but, like...
Just really changes
anyone is
things.
Probably going... Well, yeah, it changes things forever.
And it obviously changes things for the good, but there is bad things that come with it.
Well, what do they say? Like, half the people that win the lottery end up just losing it all because they don't know how to spend it or don't know how to manage it. I mean, you win $2 billion. I'd imagine
pretty
you
hard
have a pretty
to blow
hard
that,
time
yeah.
blowing all of that. But no, like, I get it. Like, there's just as much bad that comes with it than there is good. But come on, at the end of the day, like, you have to take that money.
Yeah, of course.
Set your family up for generations to come. I don't know. First thing you'd buy?
I mean, it's the dumb, basic answer, but I'd just pay off everything.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a stupid answer, but, like, pay off tuition, pay off car,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm talking like the
first,
fun.
like,
what's the
splurge?
fun thing you buy? Yeah.
Actually, the first fun thing I'd buy, I think I would just be like a Lions season ticket holder.
Make the 2-hour drive every day? Or you just go
well, if I got
down to
$2 billion, I'd just like buy a condo down there that I can stay in on Sunday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Or Saturday nights, whenever I would decide to. I think that would be probably something I'd do right away.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think. Oh yeah, we do have people texting in 1.7 for next Saturday. So there's a chance, like, but if nobody wins on Saturday too, there's a chance that it's the highest it's ever been to.
So if you win, based off of our conversation we just had, basically we put you on, and you owe us a slice of the check.
What? Who's based on what?
By
what did I
us
say to
talking
imply
about
that?
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying if you were listening and you were like, oh, maybe I should go buy a lottery ticket, and then you win, like, you kind of owe us because we were the ones that inspired you to go do it,
Yeah. I'll tell you this, if
Just
I'm not doing the show on Monday, I'm either dead or I won the lottery.
Okay, man.
What do you say okay, man, for?
Just like, yeah, I mean, that's just a rough way to put that out there. I think you would do the show Monday even if you won the lottery. It's coming off the Lions game.
I think I'd be hyperventilating and unable to function properly. I wouldn't know what to do. Like, if I woke up this morning and I wake up, I go to my phone, what are the winning numbers? If they would have matched, like, I don't think I'd actually be able to do the show. I probably would come in and, like, pretend like everything's normal, but it's not. I'd be freaking out. That's a ridiculous amount of money. Like,
yeah, it'd be hard to hide.
It would be hard to hide. You would know something was wrong with me. But anyway, you gonna do it? You gonna buy one for the first time?
I might do it. I might splurge a little bit. I mean, it seems like a why not type of thing.
Yeah.
How much even is a ticket? $5, $10?
$2.
$2?
Yeah, $2 for a chance to win. You know, like I don't know, 1 out of 10 chance to win a $2 billion. I wonder what the actual odds are of winning the Powerball.
Insanely,
like odds of winning Powerball or odds of March
It's like
Madness?
a plus 2 million type thing.
Oh.
Like more than that even.
Google didn't have a simple answer for me. Too annoyed. I don't want to look at it. Yeah, who knows? So hopefully nobody turns in a ticket from now until Saturday. Got another chance to win. All right. We got a text that said, if you're not doing a show on Monday, you're the new Colin Cowherd.
That's
pretty
good stuff.
Get it? Because he doesn't do a show very often.
Right.
989-837-6125, 11 o'clock hour. Coming up next, you know what that means, Kyle. We're doing our NFL spread picks, a tradition from the payoff, the old show we had here. We're bringing it back to the Ben Bosscher show. Should be very fun. We're going to bring in John Vicari. That's at 11:15. But I'm not done hashing out this Lions-Packers argument for maybe the best rivalry in all of football. 989-837-6125. If you're enjoying the show or have ever enjoyed the show, go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. You guys can watch the show on there as well if you would prefer that. Say you're driving and you're driving to work and you get to your location, you don't want to stop listening. Just pull up the YouTube stream. You can watch the whole thing here as well, and hit the like and subscribe button and help us out a long way. We got 9 more to go to 400. That is the next milestone. 9 more subscribers we need by the end of the tomorrow show to go into the weekend with 400. Man, that'd make us feel good. So if you guys could help us out, we'd appreciate it a lot. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you social media, we also are there. So Lions, Packers, the best rivalry in all of sports, football. That's when we come back.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This month's recipient is Addison Thormeyer from Farwell High School. With a 3.7 GPA, Addison is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
I'm Sarah Stockford, host of 100.9 The Mitt Success Suite, a podcast highlighting the most inspiring female leaders across the Great Lakes Bay region. This month, we spoke with Terry Johnson, President and CEO of Greater Midland.
What faced the most challenges for you? Like, is there a certain role that you were like, public, I know you said public affairs, but there was a certain time period or maybe even a certain event where you're like, okay, this is a challenge I can now take with me throughout my entire career, or any advice that you have for like young professionals that you learned maybe from like a certain lesson?
Yeah, 2 things come to mind. One, for a period of my Dow career, I managed crisis communications. So nothing's more challenging or a better learning opportunity is when you're kind of feet in the fire, when there's things going on.
Listen to the full episode on YouTube at 100.9 The Mitt. Subscribe and hit the notification button to be alerted when new episodes drop. That's Success Suite with Sarah Stockford.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic Sports in Michigan. This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
From the Blazy Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning, Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
11 o'clock hour. It's football season, ladies and gentlemen. We are 9 hours away. 9 hours away from watching an actual NFL game. Look, I like college football. I really do. There's nothing like waking up and turning on game day and getting ready until noon and watching football. It's not the NFL, though,
Holy
right?
crap.
It's not the NFL. There's something about the NFL with the fantasy football and the betting and the player props and the big-time broadcasters. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night it's officially back. Summer's done. We're here. It's fall, and it's officially football season. So I had to break out the Penei Sewell jersey for today.
I love it, man. Jersey's fire. I had to break out the Lions sweater vest today.
Where did you get that? That's awesome.
It was my grandpa's, actually.
I was gonna say it looks pretty vintage, but I didn't know if it was actually vintage or like the just how some now there's like a vintage look where you make stuff look vintage.
Oh yes,
but that's actually vintage.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to the people who subscribed to us during that break. 193. We're 7 away from 400. That's the goal by the end of the week. Could be you. We'd appreciate it. All right, this Lions Packers rivalry though. We mentioned this at the top of the show, but I do believe it is the best rivalry for any Detroit sports team that exists right now. They actually despise the Packers, and this isn't just like a fans don't like the fans situation. That applies too, trust me. Kirby Joseph hates these Packers, guys. Amon-Ra St. Brown got off a bus wearing a Green Bay Sucks shirt. Do you know how much that would have been a problem if, let's say, I don't know, Caleb Williams got off a bus and we saw him walking into Ford Field with a shirt that said Detroit Sucks? Oh, my God.
Where can I get one of them?
Green Bay Sucks shirt?
Yeah.
I kind of want one, too.
There's got to be one, right? There's got to be one available somewhere. I'll do some research.
The problem is if I see this online available to buy, I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself. You know, the last segment we did, what would you do if you won the Powerball, $1.4 billion? I'd probably buy a Green Bay Sucks shirt. That might be the first thing I buy.
Yeah, I just added it to my cart.
How much is it?
$30.
Oh, that's so worth it. Is it just? It's just the black shirt.
It's just the black hoodie that says Green Bay Sucks.
That's so good. Yeah, I might have to get myself one of those too. It's why it's the best rivalry in football right now. Like Allen Mahomes, it gets its flowers, it gets its love. I think it's the two most talented quarterbacks to ever play. Not necessarily the two greatest, but two most just gifted quarterbacks we've ever seen play. So the fact that we get those two guys every regular season and then again in the postseason every year, yes, there's some lore to that. But I don't think those guys actually despise each other. There might be like a little friendly competition or a real competition because I think both those guys think they're the best quarterback in the world. But I mean, these guys actually hate each other. Like Kirby Joseph is public enemy number one in Green Bay and really everywhere because everyone thinks he's a dirty player. And he loves it. He embraces it. He's always trolling Tucker Kraft and all the other Green Bay Packers guys. Brian Branch double birding the crowd. Like the Lions show up to Green Bay treating it more than just a game in the best way, shape, and form. Like this is the closest thing. And there's nothing like the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry in the NFL. There's nothing like it. It's the closest thing we have to it, right? With the pure hatred between the two teams.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing we have to a college rivalry.
It's the closest thing we have to it. Yeah, I mean, that'll never be topped, but yes, it's the closest thing we have.
Because all the other ones are like, I think people forget how much teams actually enjoy each other. Like there's like a brotherhood that all the guys always talk about. Like they're all in the same league. They like each other. That's not the case with the Packers and the Lions. It feels like a college rivalry of like, these guys don't like these guys. Don't talk to them. We don't like them. FTP. It's like a real thing. I'm here for it, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely a real thing. And it's when you, as far as talk about the other rivalries in the league, what players like despise the other team like that? It's mainly all fan base driven.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this is obviously both. The Lions fans despise the Packer fans. Packer fans, I assume, despise the Lions fans as well. But Green Bay's thing is always like, well, yeah, but the Lions aren't even our real rival. You know, that's kind of like the card that they've pulled for forever. Whereas, like, Green Bay is for sure Detroit's number one rivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Green Bay's is not. You know, Chicago is their number one rival, and then you could say it's Detroit or Minnesota.
I guess Chicago's their number one rival, but
It
they're
is.
not a threat. They're not a threat. Like, there's a new team.
No, and they've also never been a threat.
There's a new team that's like crowned themselves back-to-back division champions, wearing the crown of the NFC North, King of the North, and they're just like, nah, they're not our rivals. Like, we'll pick on the little guy still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why this plays into this, because they use it as a way to avoid it, you know?
Yeah.
They're not actually our rival. Chicago is, and we win that rivalry every year.
And it's part of the reason that the Lions have had a 6-1 record against the Packers over their last 7 meetings, dating back to that last game in 22. I guess that was technically 23, but the 22 season, when Kirby Joseph picks off Aaron Rodgers again for the 3rd time in a season and sends Green Bay packing not to make the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers never plays for the Packers again. It all stems from that. And that game not only like changed the tide in terms of the Lions-Packers rivalry, but it changed the tide. I mean, that like wasn't that the first time that you really believed and bought into the Dan Campbell era of the Detroit Lions? Like,
in the game that didn't matter, but it truly meant so much.
That's a great way to put it, because we find out in the game prior that they're eliminated from the playoffs based on what happened in the 4 o'clock window.
Baker Mayfield and the Rams got screwed over against Seattle.
Yeah. And you find out that not competing for a playoff spot. Didn't matter at all. But you kept Green Bay out of the playoffs by beating them, and that truly was the first time I was like, we might have something here with Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Because they were frisky that second half of his second year, but that was the first like real test, stakes on the line for the other team. They went out and still played their hearts out, and it was like, man, never look back from there.
You know, the amount of inspirational stuff that Dan Campbell puts out there, you know, every single locker room speech just makes me want to, you know, I mean, the classic just run through a brick wall. I actually still don't think there is anything more inspirational or just gets me like, you know, fired up than the pregame interview on the sideline with the Green Bay one. And basically he's asked, like, you guys are playing for nothing right now. Like what's the message to the team if you guys can't even make the playoffs? He goes, yeah, we can't make it, but we want to stop them from making it. So I mean, that to me is just so candid. Like,
FTP, man.
Literally, I mean, that embraces everything that you want in a rivalry, everything you want in a head coach, and the players obviously totally embody that. So, like I said, I mean, that was the game that I think shifted everything. And for a while, I did kind of believe, like, the rivalry doesn't really hit the same post Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, it still does.
I think it changed last year, the game at Green Bay. I think not changed, but, like, it solidified it still. It was like, no, this still hits completely the same. When Kirby Joseph, the Brian Branch flipping everybody off, Kirby Joseph pick 6, like that game was like, okay, yeah, this rivalry still hits totally the same.
It hit the next time they played after the Aaron Rodgers game when they showed up to Lambeau Thursday Night Football week 4 and David
totally
Montgomery
smoked them,
31 rushing attempts and just like could not be stopped.
Yeah.
Like ran right over them. I think it's a fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, and I think Matt LaFleur plays into it as well. You know, I mean, he is a unlikable character. And I think that's
he just looks like a little weasel.
He adds
on the
to the rivalry for sure.
Well, so when a head coach gets into it with an opposing fan in a stadium, there's no other way to put it. It's a rivalry, and it's an awesome rivalry.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen for any other. Like, what other franchise has fans crazy enough to start clapping in the face
there for
of
sure
the head
is other,
coach?
There is other crazy ones.
Then why is it not happening?
The Eagles fans, if given the opportunity, would absolutely do it.
They would light Brian Schottenheimer on fire if they had the opportunity to do it.
It's a good point.
But I think it's better that we got in his like he was definitely rattled. Was that Thanksgiving or was that week 14 when I think that was week 14, wasn't it? It was the game where they had the 4th down conversion.
Well, Thanksgiving was at home though, you know, and that game was in Detroit.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it was. But to clap in the face of Matt LaFleur.
They didn't play the Packers on Thanksgiving. They played the Bears.
Last year, yeah, because it was the disaster the disaster Caleb Williams game of, oh my God, this poor franchise that is hopeless and lost and never going to recover from it. 989-837-6125. All right, it's time. It's time for the best thing we got going. It is NFL Spread Picks with John Vicari, Kyle Sandel, and Ben Bosscher. When we come back, Ben Bosscher Show, 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Yesterday afternoon, the Loons evened up their 6-game series with Lake County with an 11-5 victory, and the offense got going early. A 5-piece in the first inning for Great Lakes that got started with this Eduardo Quintero homer.
1-0. Quintero swings, hammered in the air to deep left, no doubt, bomb! A 2-run homer for Eduardo Quintero. And Great Lakes jumps out to a 3-0 lead here in the first.
Jake Geloff also went deep in the first inning as a part of that 5-score first. Lake County would tie things up in the 5th inning at 5 apiece, but Great Lakes would have a little deja vu in the 7th inning, adding 5 more runs, and would take it all the way to win at 11-5. Loons back to a half game back behind Lake County. Got to win 3 of 4 with the captains to advance to the postseason. They'll look to keep the momentum riding tonight with the first pitch at 6:35. Pre-game coverage at 6:20 right here on the Mitt.
Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, for the most passionate fans in Michigan.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
We've been talking about it all show. We've been talking about it all summer. Every Thursday, the rest of the NFL season, it is our NFL spread picks. This is like the trap line of the week. Why is it only 3.5? That's way too sus for me.
They're going to beat Jacksonville by a touchdown. I don't care if they have to go overseas to do it.
This is like disgusting football, and I want no part of it.
NFL against the spread.
We've got Ben. That's me. We've got Kyle Sandel. That's our producer. We've got John Vicari joining us from Lake County. John, we're back.
What's up, Ben? What's up? In East Lake, Ohio, and it's raining here. But you know what? Hold on a sec. Yeah, could you put the caviar on the table for me? Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm getting room service here, Ben, because they treat me like a king in East Lake, Ohio.
Caviar at
even if it's raining.
11:15 a.m.
Yeah, well, I'm usually not up at this time, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I get some breakfast up here. So
why would you admit
all
that
on the
to
business
everyone?
card? So don't worry. What's up?
Why would you admit to everyone that you're not awake at this time?
Well, so it's on the road. I work really late into the night. The games are at night. Sometimes
He's hard
I
at
am,
work,
sometimes
bro.
I'm not. Yeah, come on now.
All right, we're
I work
changing up
different hours.
We're changing up the rules this year, John.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I know. Here's what the rules are. You got to make 5 picks for the entire slate, but you can make as many as you'd possibly like. So if there's a week where you feel confident in 9 or 10 games, you can make that many picks, but you have to do minimum 5. You have to play the Lions one way or another. Pretty good record with the Lions picks last year. And at the end of the season, we'll see who has the best record. Last year, you hit at 54%. That was pretty good. Last year, I hit at 58%. It's even a little bit better. Kyle, this is your first year being added to the mix, so we're going to see who comes out on top in 18 weeks.
Yeah, I filled in 1 week, though, and I think I went 4-2 or 4-1 or something like that, so.
It's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
What happened to the music?
It's like glitching out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, sorry, it's just not going to work.
That's fine. All right, let's kick things off. Tonight's game, Thursday Night Football. Cowboys, Eagles. When I put it in the spreadsheet, it was 7.5. We'll stick with that. It's up to 8.5, the largest spread of the week. I don't know, fellas. This seems like pretty high for a divisional game. I still think this Cowboys team is going to be halfway decent, but too much weird stuff going on. Micah Parsons trade looming over this. Jerry Jones sitting in the press box looking like a frog. I don't know. I'm out on this. Too much going on. Defending Super Bowl champs, Super Bowl hangover, a real thing. I'm not playing this one.
Yeah, I'm out on this one, man. I don't like this one either. It's too many points, but at the same time, the Eagles could easily blow them out. So I am not getting my hand in on this game. John, though, are you?
If the Cowboys had a pass rusher, I think it'd really help things. But,
Probably.
they don't, so I'm out.
Tomorrow's game in Brazil, Chiefs 3-point favorites over the Chargers. Another one that I will not
really
be playing. No, I thought about playing the Chiefs here, but they were 9-11 against the spread last year, and I think the Chiefs are an improved team. Offense, I think, gets back to their winning ways, but the Chargers just know how to play low-scoring games. Harbaugh's undefeated against the spread in Week 1s as an NFL coach. I'm sitting this one out.
I figured you'd be all over Mahomes in this game. -3, I thought
Same.
that would be an easy splash for you. I'm also out on this one. I still don't really know what to expect in this game. It's in Brazil. I'm kind of staying away from the Brazil thing, so I'm out on it.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the game last year just because, I had loons and everyone was complaining about the field quality and everything. So for that reason, I'm out.
Okay. Well, then we'll
No
move on to
picks yet.
Sunday. Wow. Scary. Move on to Sunday. Dolphins, Colts. Colts 1.5-point favorites here. Man, it feels like Miami is just feels like they're the play, but that's also what 80% of the cash is on. They're on Miami. I think we all think Miami's going to have a poor season, but are the wheels going to fall off Week 1? I'm out.
This one's hard because, I thought that Miami being healthy at this point in the season is going to be one of the few times they're going to be healthy all year. So maybe this is the time to take them as underdogs. But I still stayed away because, Daniel Jones, Week 1, I don't know. He could go off, so I'm staying away from it.
John, Daniel Jones,
Daniel
truther?
Jones Week 1. As a guy who's watched Daniel Jones Week 1, he makes me want to drown myself. I am all over Miami here. It's a pick 'em now. Obviously, it's 1.5 on the sheet. So, as you said, Ben, all the money's going to Miami. All the money's going there for a reason. Daniel Jones is bad. He's bad at football. Anthony Richardson, this is a second chance for him. The fact that Daniel Jones is the guy who's going to be the veteran presence in that locker room. He's not going to learn anything from him, but he's going to be able to get the job back maybe in a couple of weeks. I was a Jones stan with the Giants. I'd have to defend him against everyone until I got too tired of it because the results weren't there. I think Miami is going to win this game outright, honestly. And they're my first pick of the year, plus 1.5. I'll take the points. May not be able to get them right now, but I'll get them in our pick segment.
Okay, but what if Tua and Tyreek both just are done by the third quarter? You still think that Miami holds on to this one?
What do you mean they're done? They get concussed?
Yeah,
They get hurt?
both out. Well, Tyreek might just decide to leave. You never really know with him.
Oh, yeah, no, sure.
First-
Who'd the Colts get that's going to eliminate Tua? Who's going to concuss Tua?
Latu, man. Back for year
Oh,
two
yeah, no.
vengeance. First pick off the board, Miami, plus 1.5. We'll move on. Steelers, -3. 3-point favorites going up on the road against the Jets. The Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields kind of swap teams and play each other here week 1. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. Both these teams stink. But this is an absolute bet against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I think there's a possibility that they have a bottom 5 offense in the entire league this season. Jets averaged less than 20 points per game last year. And that was with Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams for the most part. Now he has a worse wide receiver 1 in DK Metcalf. And Calvin Austin is his wide receiver 2. He has worse weapons. He has a fine offensive line. He can't move. They have 3 running backs that no one actually feels good about. I'm fading the Steelers all year long. Give me the Jets plus 3.
If you're wagering real U.S. dollars on this football game, that's psychotic behavior. I mean,
Give me the Jets.
Going on either side here is just crazy. This is the most stay-away game of all time. I'm out on it.
Ben, if Vera Tucker didn't get hurt for the Jets on their offensive line, I was going to be in lockstep with you. That just concerns me a little bit for
Vera
New
Tucker
York,
wasn't all
so
that
that's
good
why I'm
last year
staying away.
anyway.
What was that?
He wasn't that good last year anyway.
I don't know about that.
Panthers, Jaguars. Jaguars walking into this one 3-point favorites, fellas. I'm taking the Jaguars here. I'm buying the Jags as a legitimate team this season. Panthers, yeah, they're improved. Yeah, they got Derek Brown back on defense. But look, I'm going to stand on this. Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be like a hot knife through butter through this Panthers defense. I think the Jags fans walk away from week 1 feeling good before they got to play Bengals, Texans, Chiefs, 49ers in the stretch coming up. But they're at least going to have something to celebrate here week 1. I've got the Jags winning and covering against Carolina at home. Travis Hunter balls out.
Oh, I'm with you, Ben. My first pick of the year as well. Jags -3. I'm with you for all the same reasons. This is a really short line. Jags are at home. I think the offense is going to look really good. That Carolina defense is not tremendous at the moment. No matter how much improved you think they're going to be, I just think Jacksonville is going to be much better prepared for week 1. So I'm with you. Give me Jacksonville -3.
And for anyone who took Travis Hunter in a dynasty league or in a redraft, guess what? He's listed as second wide receiver on the team and a backup defensive back. So he's going to be utilized a lot more on the offensive side of the ball.
Ooh. Well, just because you guys both picked it, I got to be on Panther. No, I'm not picking the Panthers, but I'll be rooting for them.
You're out, John? No play on this one? Okay.
No play.
Cardinals, 5.5-point favorites against the Saints. I don't think the spread could be high enough, man. I'll be zagging against it. It could be 12.5 in favor of the Cardinals, who are like a middle-of-the-pack team, and I'd still be taking them. I think the Saints are so freaking bad. I really wouldn't be surprised if they won 3 games this season. Spencer Rattler's their quarterback. They really might not score any points this week. So I'll take the Cardinals here. It's just fading the Saints the entire week. By the way, guess how long the Saints GM, Mickey Loomis, has been employed here? Spencer Rattler's rocking out there week 1. He found himself in this situation. Guess how long this man's been employed?
I don't know.
2002.
Oh, my gosh.
That's insane. Give me the Cardinals 5.5. Shiny new defensive line, Marvin Harrison, year 2 breakout. I'm buying the hype.
Yeah, I'm out on this game. These are the weird week 1 games that you never know how they go, so I'm staying away from it.
John?
Yeah, I'm out.
Giants. John's Giants taking on the Commanders.
3 picks for you, Ben. Wow. How many do you have?
I'm telling you, Kyle. He's going to pick 9 this week.
Commanders 6-point favorites hosting the Giants.
I better hear something here from you, John.
What am I going to hear? I'm staying away. Staying away.
Boo.
I'm not desperate enough yet because it's week 1 to pick against my team, but it probably will be a theme that persists through the season. But I'm not picking them against the Commanders. I've seen what Jaden Daniels can do. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out as well. You, Ben?
No chance I'm playing this one.
Nothing.
I will
Ben
say,
teased me that he was going to go to New York earlier in the week.
If I had to play this, I think I would be taking the Giants.
Dangerous, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Abdul Carter hits the ground running. Buccaneers -1.5 taking on Atlanta on the road. Anybody? Any takers?
You know how many
This is just way too scary. Way too scary for a division game, week 1. Top 2 teams in the division. I'm staying away from it.
You know how many times I picked the Falcons last year and lost? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'd be at 60% if I finish at 54 if I didn't pick the Falcons every week. And these divisional matchups, too, because every week they convinced me that they were going to do it and then never did.
You're staying away?
So I'm out. Yeah.
I'm staying away, too. Look, I really thought about taking the Bucs here, but, they hit the road with no Wirfs. We've seen them winning this way anyway. In Ford Field, they didn't have Wirfs, and Hutchinson sacked Baker 4 times last year, and they still walked away with a win. A lot of question marks on Atlanta, like how will the edge rushers look, the rookies, how's Penix going to look? I'm out. I really thought about playing the Bucs.
I think the over hits in this game, though, 46.5. I think it's a high score.
Yeah, I would be on board with taking that, especially indoors. Bengals, -5.5 in Cleveland, a little in-state rivalry. Can the Bengals finally cover week 1 or even win?
No, they can't. Give me the Browns. Cleveland +5.5. Look, Joe Flacco, week 1. It's classic Bengals week 1 behavior. They will underperform. This will be a close game. It's going to be a shootout, 37-34 type win for the Bengals, but Cleveland covers.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. Absolutely not. Listen, I've been in here in East Lake, which is 20 minutes from Cleveland, for the last couple of days, listening to Cleveland sports talk radio. Usually there's this hopeless optimism that resides in Cleveland, and I know you guys did how the fans are feeling going into the season during the mid-morning catch today, and I'm sure Cleveland polled very well. Even the sports talk around here can't justify picking this Cleveland Browns team because they know the history, and the fact is that Cleveland owns Cincinnati, but Bengals with a new DC, a new restructured preseason schedule where they're like, hey, maybe we change things up because we always, out of the gates, start terribly, and then it pretty much butchers the rest of their season, even if they get hot late. So they restructured that. They played Burrow more in the preseason. And this is a Browns team that the conversation this week is like, oh, man, all the front office is looking at the 2026 quarterback. Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, Catherine Hickman, they were all at multiple college games, and the lead in sports talk was like, man, they're all at these games. Are they already moved on to the 2026 season? Because the 2025 campaign is no hope. I don't care that Flacco's a veteran. I think the Bengals, even on the road, are going to take this by double digits, honestly. So Cincinnati -5.5. I'll take that. I'm taking the Bengals, and me and Kyle going head-to-head.
Joe Burrow 1-9 straight up in the first 2 weeks of the season. 3-7 against the spread. I want to take the Browns, but there's just no way I can put money behind Joe Flacco on the Browns. So I'm staying away.
Not Joe Flacco, man.
I know. Next game, Raiders at Patriots. Patriots are 2.5-point favorites here. Guys, I like the Patriots this year. I like them as frisky underdogs. You know who I like more as frisky underdogs the whole year? It's the Raiders. Christian Gonzalez is the best defender on this Patriots team. He's going to be out this week, dealing with a little bit of an injury. Hasn't practiced at all. He's their best player on defense. Look, I think this Raiders team is going to be good on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what they look like defensively. I know Max Crosby's an impact player, but they lost out on Wilkins. A lot of question marks on that side. But Geno Smith sitting back in the pocket with Brock Bowers to throw to, Jacoby Myers to throw to, new shiny toy in Ashton Genty. Look, I think they upgraded their quarterback clearly with Geno Smith compared to the O'Connell and Minshew that they were playing last year. And I was thinking about it yesterday, guys. This is the best set of weapons that Geno Smith has ever had, right? I mean, DK Metcalf and JSN are fine, but to have Bowers, who's the best target he's ever had, and Jacoby Myers, who's comparable, if not better than JSN, with Genty, this Raiders offense, I don't see why they can't be a really fun offense this year. I'm taking the Raiders on the road as 2.5-point dogs here to beat the Patriots week 1. No Christian Gonzalez is a much bigger deal than I think people are making it out to be.
Yeah, I'm right in lock with you, Ben. I got Raiders +2.5 here. I think Raiders win straight up. You can have the points all you want. Raiders take this game, so I'm with you.
Oh, let's call it a sweep, boys.
Wow. Look at us go.
I'm there. I don't think there's anything that I could add. I just like that Geno is going to play under Pete Carroll, obviously with that experience, and it could be could be. It looks like it's going to rain in Foxborough, and I think that benefits Vegas too and their rookie sensation Ashton Genty.
Look at that. Two of the most gritty, hard-nosed coaches too that you'd want coaching up your team.
The whole not knowing each other's picks thing is so fun. Like when I saw the reveal that John also picked the Raiders, that was pretty good stuff.
Here's one that I'm staying away from, guys. 49ers 2.5 points against the Seahawks on the road. I don't know what's going on with this 49ers team. They could finish with 6 wins or 13. Neither would surprise me. I kind of feel the same way about the Seahawks. This is the ultimate stay-away game week 1
for
me.
Same. Staying away from this one. All these in-division games week 1 that are tight lines like this, I just don't really love them. So I'm staying away.
Yeah, I'm not touching this one.
Okay. Titans, Broncos, the second biggest spread of the week. I like the Titans this year, but I can't bet on them week 1 against this Broncos defense. That might be the best in the league. 7.5 the Broncos are getting at home. I'm staying away.
Look, 7.5 is a lot of points, but it's pretty notorious how poor week 1 is for first overall quarterbacks. And then specifically when you're a first overall quarterback going up against potentially the best defense in the NFL, kind of screams blowout to me. So I'm actually going to take Denver minus 7.5. Wow. It's my largest spread that I'm taking on the week. But I feel pretty confident. I just don't see Tennessee scoring more than 14 points. And if Denver can put up 20-something, then this is going to hit.
Yeah, I'm picking Tennessee here.
Wow. Yes, another head-to-head between those two guys.
The spread is up to 9 in terms of what it is right now. We're having it at 7.5. This big of a spread in week 1, that was kind of the alarm to me. And I guess if you're Kyle's point of view, yeah, you think it's going to be a blowout, you go that way. I think Tennessee's restructured their offensive line. I think Cam Ward is a jolt, and I'd like to see the numbers in terms of rookie quarterbacks in week 1 on the road that you brought up, Kyle, because it is a unique note. Maybe my belief in Denver's defense is not where your guys' belief is. I think Tennessee's going to lose, but I think they're going to lose by 1 score at least. Keep it close.
Okay.
So I'm going to lock them in plus 7.5.
2 head-to-heads for Kyle and Brent.
Definitely going to
Kyle
split,
and John here.
What'd you call me, Brent?
Yeah, Brent.
Yeah, Brent. Brent down in Lake County.
Bakari.
All right, we have to all play this one. The 4 o'clock games. CBS. Nance and Romo. It's the Lions getting 2.5 heading to Green Bay. All I've got to say is 3 letters. FTP. Give me the Lions here. I'm taking them straight up. They're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I am. I'm not about to talk about everything we've done all day on the show just to be like, actually, give me Green Bay by 3. I'm not going to do that. John here, I feel like has to take Green Bay, though, after all we've been talking, but we'll see what he says.
I know. I was swayed to just based on that open segment to start the 11 o'clock hour. By the way, what does FTP stand for, Ben?
I'm not allowed to say those things on terrestrial radio.
Okay.
For the people, man.
I haven't been in Michigan too long, but I've been in Michigan long enough to know that the Lions beat the Packers, so I'm going to go with Detroit plus 2.5. You gave me every reason, and you guys know, or at least Ben knows, I'm a Jordan Love truther, but I'm taking Detroit to start the season with a dub.
Yeah, I've never understood the Jordan Love truther thing. This is another one of those games.
Well, you won a playoff game, dude. Multiple.
So did Jared Goff. Won multiple.
Well, yeah, I like Goff too. I'm not like anti-Goff.
No, you have to be anti one of those two. You can't like them both.
No,
it's not allowed.
I like them both.
Texans, Rams, probably the game of the week that's not Lions, Packers, of the non-primetime games. Man, I wish this was a primetime game. I'll be locked into this one. 2 of the best, really 3 of the 10 best edge rushers in the NFL. You've got some of the best corners in the NFL in this one. 2 top 10 quarterbacks. I love everything about this game, but I don't have a feel for it, so I'm staying away.
Also staying away.
Yep.
Out. All of us out. All right, Sunday night. I don't know what we did to be so blessed with this Sunday night game, but it's a classic. Ravens, Bills. Bills 1.5 point favorites. It feels like every time these two teams play, whoever's home just gets the 1.5 because Vegas has no idea who's going to come out on top of this one. Fellas, this is the one that I've been debating the entire week. Do I want to play? Do I not want to play? I'm typically a Josh Allen guy. I picked the Bills last year when they played in the playoffs. I ended up being right about that. But I'm walking into this year thinking that the Ravens are the best team in the league from a roster standpoint. I'm very on the fence here. You guys?
Yeah, I'm super on the fence. I mean, I can't decide how this game is going to go just because last year when these teams played early in the season, Ravens destroyed the Bills. Like, just absolutely cooked them. Derrick Henry had himself a huge game, and then the Bills got their revenge in the playoffs. So for me, this is a stay away. I can't pick this because I can't decide who's going to win. So I decided to stay away from it, as good as a game as it is.
Yeah, I'll wait till in the divisional round, the AFC playoffs again, to pick this game. I do wonder if Haley Steinfeld's going to be there, though, because that might be extra motivation for our guy Josh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's going to be the Taylor Swift effect and be in the suites in Buffalo. Maybe before it gets cold. Who knows?
She'll be there.
Screw it.
Yeah, you think so?
Screw it. I'm taking the Ravens. I want the Ravens in this one.
What?
I want the Ravens.
Is this a live pick? You're just doing it right now?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it.
This is what's going to happen with the unlimited picks.
Exactly.
He's just going to be like, yeah, you know what?
I'll pick
I'm
12
going to pick
games
this
this
team
week.
so I have more than you guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
that could backfire on me completely. I'm taking Baltimore here. That's to get plus money on there, like game-winning field goal still covers me a little bit. I think it's the best team in the league. Best secondary, one of the best quarterbacks.
Ravens plus 1.5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Monday night, the last game of the weekend.
I guess it was in the document, so you knew you were going to pick it, right?
No, I just added it.
We might have to make a provision. That might have to be Rule 5. Once we start
no
the segment,
live
you can't
ones,
add a
yeah.
pick.
Why? I was convinced.
Yeah, that can't happen. I'm not a fan of what just happened.
Why, John? Tell us why. Why is that not allowed?
I don't know. I just don't feel. I don't feel good about it.
Something's rubbing you the wrong way.
Yeah.
That maybe it's just that caviar in your stomach.
I'm only halfway through it right now, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, is it something I said that then swayed it? I don't know. Bringing up Haley Steinfeld, did that sway it?
That was it.
Is there gamesmanship that I could get with these picks to get in your head? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Last game, Monday night, Vikings 1.5 point favorites taking on Chicago. This line actually flipped. It was originally Bears minus 1.5, and I was like, that's the dumbest line of the week. Give me the Vikings. Well, turns out everyone else is thinking that too. I think the Vikings destroy the Bears in Soldier Field, and the Bears fans go home crying, and they're like, this year's not going to be any different, even though we have Ben Johnson. I will gladly take the Vikings to just destroy the Bears.
Yeah, I'm with you. By 2, I also am taking Vikings minus 1.5. So what? We got 3 similar picks, I think, you and I, Ben, which is kind of stinks. But yeah, Vikings win this game by at least a score. So for sure they covered.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind if we're all on the same page.
Can I hear the imitation of the Bears fans again, Ben?
No. That was an exclusive one-time thing.
Wow.
All right, to wrap it up, John.
I thought that was really good, dude.
John, you got plus 1.5 for Miami, minus 5.5 for Cleveland, Cincinnati. Sorry, Vegas plus 2.5. You've got Tennessee plus 7.5, Detroit plus 2.5. Kyle, you played 6 games. Jacksonville minus 3, Cleveland plus 5.5, Vegas plus 2.5, Denver minus 7.5, Detroit plus 2.5, Minnesota minus 1.5. I led everyone with 7 picks this week. You got to have a minimum of 5. Jets plus 3, Jacksonville minus 3, Arizona minus 5.5. That's a fade against New Orleans. Vegas plus 2.5, Detroit plus 2.5, Baltimore plus 1.5, and Minnesota minus 1.5. Feeling good? Good week 1?
I'm ready, man.
Okay.
7 picks, 1 too many.
5-0.
Sure.
I don't know about that, John.
Yeah, that's 100%. Good call, Kyle.
All right, John, we'll talk to you soon. We'll talk to you next week. Appreciate it. Have fun down in Lake County. Loons, give us the playoff update. What do they need to do?
Yeah, they're half game back, so they need to win 3 of the remaining 4. That's it. They just got to keep winning. Lake County's got to win 2. Great Lakes has to win 3. There's 4 to go. It's going to be exciting baseball. And luckily, it's raining right now, but it's going to clear once they're ready for action tonight.
There you go. John, talk to you later. Our 2 traditions to close out every show when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt.
the track and field and cross-country teams, and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware and Sports in downtown Midland has some extra savings for rewards members this month. Got house projects you push till the fall? Get the right tools. Select Milwaukee Power Tools. Buy one, get one free, including the brushless drill and impact driver kit. Keep that deck looking brand spanking new. Save $5 instantly on Thompson's Water Seal Wood Sealer and $10 on a gallon of cabin exterior stain. And download the Ace app and get a $10 instant bonus.
The Michigan Baseball Foundation is more than just baseball. It's a driver of economic growth and community. Operating one of the nation's top minor league stadiums, MBF supports job creation and regional development. Through creative partnerships and charitable giving, MBF has helped bring projects like Dow Diamond, the East End Development, Fairfield Inn and Suites, the Plaza, and the Dow Bay Area Family YMCA to life, generating over $23 million annually in economic impact. Every Great Lakes Loons ticket supports these efforts. Learn more at MichiganBaseballFoundation.org.
At the Great Lakes Loons, our commitment to community goes beyond the ballpark. Through the Volunteer program, Loons staff and even players roll up their sleeves to serve the Great Lakes Bay region. From packing food boxes to reading in classrooms and even cleaning up local camps and parks, it's hands-on work that helps build a stronger, more connected community. Volunteer isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Because being part of this region means showing up when it counts. The Great Lakes Loons, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 2007.
Every Wednesday on 100.9 The Mitt on the Ben Bosscher Show, you've got a chance to be a big winner.
That's what this is all about. It always has been about.
For the next 3 weeks, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet, we are going to be sending someone to the Michigan State Spartans games for their matchups against Western Michigan, Boston College, and Youngstown State. All you have to do is be listening to the show at 10:15 and listen for that keyword to text in. Big Win Wednesday on the Ben Bosscher Show, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet.
You want sports takes? You want local voices that own the mic?
Yeah.
We've got them. On Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. It kicks off at 6 a.m. with Anthony Bellino on Spin on Sports.
Rise and shine.
From 9 to noon, don't miss Michigan's newest sports show, The Ben Bosscher Show.
Hey, remember that.
At noon, you get America's smartest sports takes, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I want Shador to play.
And at 3, the one and only Bill Simonson and The Huge Show. This is where real fans stay locked in. 100.9 The Mitt.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions are going to be worse this season, but still go 12-5 and win the NFC North. I think the Minnesota Vikings are the biggest threat to steal the NFC North from the Detroit Lions. I think we got to taper back our expectations for Bryce Underwood, with him being an 18-year-old freshman and all. I think the lack of aggression from Scott Harris at the MLB trade deadline is going to haunt the Tigers for years to come. And I think you should listen to the Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair, if you agree or disagree with anything I just said.
From the hometown heroes to the college legends to the pros on Sunday, 100.9 The Mitt is your home for wall-to-wall play-by-play coverage. High school football, basketball, and hockey.
Region champions for the first time in school history.
Michigan State football and basketball.
Touchdown, MSU!
The NFL, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night primetime games. And don't think we forgot about your hometown team. The Great Lakes Loons.
That ball's over and out of here.
100.9 The Mitt. Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters?
Yeah.
100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of.
It's hot.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today. And you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
We've got two traditions to close out every single show. One of them, we're actually leaving on a good note. It is our Lock of the Day.
Lock of the Day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Kyle, Tigers money line. Bang.
Bang.
Hit yesterday.
It did. Plus 100, so he got you right back up to even on the week because, if you remember correctly, Ben, his Tuesday bet is still up in the air, than Naomi Osaka to win the U.S. Open. So 1-1 on the week, even in the month of September, that would mean as well. Back to 19.84 units down all time. But congrats, Ben. That was your 20th Lock of the Day hit.
Oh, thank you
ever.
very much.
Yes, compared to the 42 losses. All right, what do you got today?
Today, there's no Tigers on, but we do have NFL football.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if you didn't do something in tonight's game.
Give me CeeDee Lamb, 7 receptions, man. CeeDee Lamb, I'm all in on CeeDee this year being like potential wide receiver 1 in your fantasy leagues. I think, just because George Pickens is there, maybe that frees him up even more, and he kind of gets the unlimited route tree now because he doesn't have to solely be that X receiver on the outside. You can put him in the slot. You can put him in the Z. You can put him in the X. You can do really anything with CeeDee Lamb right now. And with, the cover 4 stuff that Vic Fangio runs, and with Dallas not having the best offensive line, it's fine pass protection-wise, but the Eagles are still going to be able to get after them. They don't allow anything to go deep over their heads. That's the Fangio system. So I'm taking the receptions here instead of the yards. I think there's going to be a lot of hitting CeeDee early and often with some early zigs, some slants, trying to get one-on-one with these corners. They're going to give everything underneath. That's kind of what the Eagles' defense is built on. And CeeDee Lamb, I wouldn't be shocked if he led the league in targets this year. So I'm going with CeeDee Lamb 7+ receptions tonight for, what was it, plus
104. So just sneaking into the plus territory. I'll tail this. I like this pick. I've kind of reiterated all offseason how high I am on CeeDee Lamb this year. I do have him in a couple of my fantasy leagues. And like you said, I think just the Cowboys' inability to run the football against Philly, and just specifically in general this season, is really going to benefit the reception side for CeeDee Lamb. I think he leads the league in receptions this year, and that gets off to a hot start tonight with the 7. So I like this pick.
No chance the Cowboys win? You got no chance?
I don't really know, because at first I was like,
it's just a lot
I was kind of all in on the Cowboys plus 8.5 for a second, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, no, they probably just get blown out. Like, they really probably just get blown out. So it's probably no chance they win, yeah.
I don't think the Cowboys are as bad as the 8.5 suggests that they are.
It's not even that, though. It's like the Eagles are so good. I genuinely do think that, like, we kind of talked about this pre-show. With all the tush-push stuff that happened this offseason, I think the Eagles spam it tonight. Like, oh, you thought that this was going to get banned? No, it's better, back and better than ever. And they spam the crap out of it tonight.
I wouldn't be shocked at that. I mean, like, that's what Jalen Hurts is like, basically minus odds to score a touchdown.
He's minus 165 or something like that. I mean,
you never see that with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
even like
Josh
3rd
Allen.
and 4 from the 40-yard line. Tush push. Like, we're really going to show you guys. And if we don't get it, we'll do it on
3
4th
yards
and 2.
on this.
Exactly, yeah.
That's my favorite, when it's like 3rd and 2 and they're just like, let's do a tush push, because if we don't get it, we'll just do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's yeah. I was never in favor of banning the tush push, because I think it's like I think there's a challenge on how to figure out how to stop it. And I think it's like fun. Like, whoever figures out how to stop it first, I think deserves all the credit in the world. I'd be hiring like a a physics person, someone from Harvard.
A tush-push specialist, you could say.
Yeah, like, you know how Michigan and Ohio State, they've got
Why don't you just hire Jason Kelsey? Hey, you figured out how to do it. Like, just stop it now.
Jason Kelsey came up with the tush push?
Well, I mean, he was like he didn't come up with it, but he was like the captain of it.
Yeah.
He was like the leader of the tush push.
But they're able to do it without him. That's the crazy
exactly.
part.
It really is.
I'm excited for tonight. I don't care if it's a blowout. NFL football's back into our lives. All right, that is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
All right, we have one more thing to take care of here, and that is predicting what Colin Cowherd's going to open with. He's doing his own show today, right? He's been doing it all week?
Yeah, can't confirm if he did yesterday's show, because if you listened to the show yesterday, we didn't guess Colin's open. We guessed John's open.
And you got a point for
that,
that,
and I got
didn't
a
you?
point, yeah. Kind of a cheeky point, but whatever. I'll take it.
You need it.
Obviously, 14-11 is the score. Ben is up. But yeah, Colin did the show Tuesday. I assume he did it yesterday because football is back this week. Don't know what he led with. And today, you're up first. I really don't know where he's going to lean, though, because you would just assume with football being tonight, like he just kind of leads with that. But that's like going to be his lead tomorrow no matter what. So I don't really know what he does today. I'm kind of happy you have the first pick.
It's tougher than you'd think, because it's not as simple as just like picking the Eagles or the Cowboys, right?
Right. I don't think that's the case.
Unless it's you know what? I actually do think it is. I think it's Eagles embarrass the Cowboys so bad tonight, and Jerry Jones has to be tormented on national television that they don't have Micah Parsons. I think that's the angle today for Colin.
So you're going like both, essentially.
Are you going to call me out for cheating?
No, I was just like thinking, no, I mean, that's fine. I just don't know what I'm going to pick now. Because I was kind of just going to take the other team. But, okay, can I actually do this? So you're taking the route of going with the game, right? Can I do the whole Eagles tried to trade for Micah Parsons thing?
Sure.
Can I go that direction?
I'll see why not.
Like, oh, they're playing tonight. They could have had, like, they tried to get Micah Parsons. Like, I don't know. I don't know why he would lead with that now that I'm thinking about it.
He doesn't really do hypotheticals all that often.
No, I actually really dislike that now that you're saying that. Okay. So you're going the Jerry Jones route of the Cowboys just get embarrassed tonight.
It's just going to be Micah Parsons centric, yeah. Even though he's not playing.
It's going to be Micah Parsons centric?
Well, like...
So you're going the game, Micah Parsons, and Jerry Jones all in one
I'm
pick.
going the lack of Micah Parsons tonight.
Okay. I'm going to go with this Kawhi Leonard stuff. Screw it. Football's on tonight. He probably led with this yesterday, now that I'm thinking about it. But once again, I didn't hear it. I'm going to completely zag away from football. I'm going to go with the Clippers Kawhi Leonard situation going on.
Okay.
Why not? I don't think he leads with it, but maybe he's saving all the football tonight talk for tomorrow after the game actually happens. So
it's not a bad pick.
Yeah. So, but I also feel like there's a good chance that's what he did yesterday.
I still don't think it's a bad pick.
Yeah.
He could do that again.
True. So yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with the Kawhi stuff.
Okay. Little coaches show action tonight at Soaring Eagle for you?
Yes. Matt Drinkle coming off of his 1-0 start with CMU. Should be fun. And then I'll get to watch football after.
So if you're not doing anything, head to the Nino. See Kyle in action.
Yes, the Nino, some call it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can't believe football's back. I think I speak on behalf of all of us here at 100.9 The Mitt when I say we are absolutely thrilled that it is back. I think the Eagles win and cover tonight would be... Actually, you know what? No, I'll zag. I think the Eagles win, but the Cowboys cover the spread. It's a lot closer than people realize, and the Cowboys offense actually is able to put up some big numbers today. I think an over hits, though. I like both scores.
Logan says the over's a lock in the chat.
I'm taking... Speaking of Logan, I think him and I are both betting A.J. Brown first touchdown tonight, plus 900, trying to start the football season off on a good note.
Wrong.
Who is it?
Jalen Hurts first touchdown. It's just so obvious. It's so obvious.
I think it's more likely to be Saquon than it is Jalen Hurts.
No, it's not.
You're just all in on them.
It's the tush push stuff, dude.
Doing the tush push stuff.
Why? It is the most Eagles thing ever for them to do this, you know?
The pettiness of it?
The pettiness of it. I mean, everyone wanted it banned. It was really close to actually getting banned, and now it's still here. Like, why would you not just come out and abuse it right away?
You know who didn't want it banned?
The Lions.
The Detroit Lions. They're not afraid of it.
No. We also didn't have to play against it last year, so.
Well, they knew they had to play against it this year.
Right.
So yeah, they were one of the few teams that was unafraid of the tush push, wanting to figure out how to stop it. All right. Well, appreciate everyone who stuck with us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the NFL spread picks. We are, what are we at now? 193 subscribers on the tube. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 400 by the end of tomorrow's show going into the weekend. That would be the goal for us. We appreciate everyone for sticking around, listening. It's been a long time coming, but we're trying to, now that we're officially to the NFL season and the Lions play this weekend, feels like the rest of the year should just be very fun here on the Ben Bosscher Show at 100.9 The Mid. Again, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you do your social media, we're there. So make sure to check us out on whatever platform you so desire. Should be a fun weekend. We got more football tonight. We've got some football, college football on Friday. We've got another NFL game on tomorrow, live on YouTube, free on YouTube.
That's right.
So that should keep us busy the rest of.
Is this like the best stretch? I mean, we have football on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it's like the first taste of it, college and football being back.
Little football overdose.
This might be the best stretch of the year.
Little OD on football, if that's even possible. Yeah, I'm excited. That's what I'll be doing. All right. Appreciate everyone for listening today. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock, to get you through the game, recap tonight's game, preview the Michigan game, preview the Michigan State game, and, of course, the Lions game. A little bit more smack talking today. Tomorrow we get into the X's and O's of everything. All right, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. That was the Ben Bosscher Show. Ben Bosscher, Kyle Sandel. Talk to you guys tomorrow, 9 o'clock.